What do you think?
I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
You're dead meat!
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. If I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast, your horror safe haven. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm James, and I love you so much.
Yes.
Because we're married, and we like to get scared together.
It's here. We're finally reviewing Obsession.
You could call it the second part of a two-parter with our interview with Curry last week.
Yeah.
Special bonus podcast episode.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Great talk, great discussion with him. Very cool guy. And now we get to delve deep into his work and criticize it and pick it apart.
You know, it was so hard to stop myself from just holding him hostage for 3 hours and just analyzing the entire movie right there.
Yeah.
And asking him like, okay, so was this intentional? No. Okay, moving on.
Was the clock an error? Because I feel like the clock was an error. Every time I watch, I notice I'm like, what's going on with that time phase?
Oh, I never noticed it.
Oh, yeah. It cuts from like, it's like 12:08, and then the next shot when they're in bed, it's like 16:50 or something.
I guarantee people will read into it and think it's intentional.
Exactly. I thought you were going to say, I guarantee he did it on purpose. And I'm like, I don't think he did at all.
I don't think so.
After our conversation with him where he's like, sometimes I just do things that people are like, oh, there's meaning to it.
Well, that's what I told him. And like, I've told him this twice. Once we met him at South by, and then once in our interview last week, that his movie's getting Kubricked.
Yes.
Because it's very solid. He's made a very good movie. And when all the elements of your movie are moving in such harmony, everything feels intentional.
Yes.
So everyone's reading in to these little details.
I hit him up with the thing that I was like, does this mean anything? He was like, no, I never thought of that. And it also could be the case where, you know, he's just so good at storytelling that it's subconsciously coming out through his writing.
Right.
Things that make sense and can be analyzed, because it doesn't need to be imbued with meaning by the author, death of the author and all that. Like, viewers can ascribe just as legitimate and accurate readings to something, even if it wasn't meant to be that way.
And we're going to be doing a lot of that in this episode,
Sure
I'm
are,
sure.
yeah.
Lots of death of the author.
We can talk a bit about it spoiler free, as we often do with these interviews, especially, or with these reviews, especially for new movies. So, great movie. We've been saying it all fucking year.
Yeah, we told you. I'm so happy to see so many people say that after us hyping it up for months, that it did not let them down. That makes me very happy.
And I hope people understand that they notice the calibration of our hype for things, right? Because, you know, when Longlegs came out, we saw it early. We really liked it. And we talked about it, but we didn't hype it up like this. Because I think we knew that as much as we enjoyed Longlegs, not everyone
It wasn't going to be for everyone.
No. Whereas with Obsession, I watched this and I'm like,
This is going to be a crowd pleaser.
you're probably going to like it. You know, if you like your horror movies scary, it's scary. If you like them to be funny, it's funny. If you like fun acting and things that like disturb you, that's all in there. So I just feel like I felt so confident really going balls to the wall with this one and telling people this is our favorite horror movie of the year. It's going to be hard to beat. And now I feel validated now that's come out. And
yeah, for sure.
A- cinema score.
That's
rare
crazy.
for a horror movie. Yep.
Just meeting audience expectations.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's so good.
Yeah. Graessle, you saw it with us
I
yesterday.
did. And I will echo what you were just saying. Not overhyped at all. Like, I great movie. Really loved it. It was, you know, I said it before, I'm sure on here and other places, how good of curators you guys are. And like, this is just another example of that, of like, it was exactly as advertised, of an excellent, deep, juicy movie to sink your teeth into, but so entertaining, funny, thrilling, spooky, you know, but like not over the top, unapproachable. It was really an excellent movie. I'm jealous that you guys have seen it multiple times for this discussion, because it's one of those movies where like I can't wait to see it again.
Literally, we've seen it 3 times now, and literally every time I walk away having realized something different about the movie. Even if it's like a small little detail, there's enough in there for me to keep noticing new things as I watch it. And We've seen it 3 times. I'm not going to mind watching it a 4th whenever that happens. Like, I just really enjoy this movie. I really love the characters. I'm thoroughly entertained the whole way out. And, like, I still get scared at a lot of the scary parts. Now, I'm always going to recommend people see movies not knowing what they are with as little information as possible. That's just personally the way I like to enjoy movies. But I feel like it is worth mentioning that some people who have been in abusive relationships, this might be a little difficult for them. Might be a little triggering because I've seen discussions of that online, and it's something that, doesn't cross my mind often since I haven't really been in that situation. So might just be worth knowing if you are sensitive to stuff like that. Maybe this one's not for you. But and it is also just like kind of disturbing in general.
Yeah, it is.
Beth didn't come to this one, and probably a good call for her.
Yeah,
she's more sensitive to horror movies. Our friend Beth.
Yeah, and just generally like every woman I've talked to, like, seeing this, it's very visceral. Just in a good and bad way. Like, it's just very real and very upsetting, and what it's dealing with, it deals with so well, but to the point where it's like too real, And
that could also apply to, like, men who have been in relationships with, like, women who are on the face of it. I don't want to get too much into it, but it works like both ways, which is kind of the brilliance of this movie.
Yes.
Like, surface level reading, you can interpret different victims, even though, actually there's one
villain, yes.
But I don't know what else we can say before we get to spoiler territory. Anything? I mean, again, it's my favorite horror of the year so far.
It's really good. It's crazy to look at the Letterboxd reviews,
distribution,
the like bar graph of the
it's like 4, 4.5, and 5 is the big
crazy.
chunks. It's crazy.
I feel like you never see that.
The only things that I see this year that could maybe compete is the new Jane Schoenbrunn. I heard that's really cool. And then anything Eggers does, he's got Werewolf coming out. Werewolf. Excited about that. But this is a tough one to beat just because of how fucking entertaining it is too.
I don't think we've talked about, like, the premise really or anything yet so far. So, like, I knew absolutely nothing going into this movie. I hadn't seen a trailer. I didn't know the premise. I knew nothing. So if you've gotten this far and haven't seen the movie and don't know anything yet, turn this off, go watch the movie.
There you go.
Like, it was an incredible experience to go into this as blind as I did, and I loved it. So 2 thumbs up.
Now, if you're a good little kill count viewer, though, then you'll know that this was made by Curry Barker, who created Milk and Cereal, which was recently covered, the 60-minute found footage released entirely for free on YouTube. She's not going to want to be here for long.
She was motioning for you. She was lifting her paw up.
She loves you so much.
much.
Oh my God. My wish is I wish Molly was more obsessed with me than anyone else in the world.
Oh
and
my
it just
God.
moves up 1 over Chelsea. But yes, Curry and Cooper Tomlinson, who is Ian in this film, are the sketch comedy That's a Bad Idea sketch comedy channel. That's where they come from. Another in the long line of sketch comedy to horror pipeline. And that's why this movie is so funny, too, because they have that comedic background. But yeah, I guess we could start talking about it, right? So spoilers ahead. We're definitely going to be talking about all parts of the movie at once, as opposed to, like, holding off on reveals.
Yes, it would be
come.
very hard to just go through this beat by beat.
Yeah.
Because this movie's so thematically heavy, I think it'd be doing it a disservice to do it like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the basic premise of this, it's a premise that's been done before. It's a basic wish gone wrong premise, and it's a guy wishing that a woman was more in love with him than anyone else in the whole world, and how that goes horribly wrong. And, like, that's been done before. He said he was inspired by a Treehouse of Horror episode.
I have read that, yes. I think a lot of people have also cited a Fairly Odd Parents episode as a another occurrence of this situation happening.
Yeah.
So if it sounds familiar to you, it probably is, but that doesn't mean it's not an original film.
Yeah.
It's just taking one of the, culture's just story templates.
Yeah,
of which there are only so many.
Yeah, which I think is a fun. I like movies that do that, like just explore, and this explores that like story and trope in such a different way than it's been explored. Where the horror, I think, previously is the horror comes from, wouldn't it be so scary if someone was that obsessed with you? But the horror in Obsession is, wouldn't it be so scary if someone forced you to become that obsessed with someone?
Yes.
And it's so good. It's such a good twist on what is scary about that very basic story. And it is absolutely horrifying. And what's crazy is when we saw it at South by, I think I mentioned this before, but we ran into a lot of you there, and a lot of you really hyped this up and were saying how scary it was. And I got nervous because when people tell me that, it gets my expectations up. And the first half hour of this, we're both sitting there I mean, it's funny, but I still don't get how this, because we knew the premise. Mm-hmm. I still don't get how this premise can be scary. It's so fucking scary.
Yeah, if you're still watching and haven't seen the movie and you go to see it, and at first you're like, this is what everyone's hyped. That's a common sentiment, I think. Mm-hmm. Another person we saw it with felt the same way, that the first 20 or 30 minutes is all right, it's fine. But I think that once it starts going, it just keeps going. Because once that wish is made, it's just instantaneous.
Yeah, and it ramps up so fast.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking, how could this possibly be that scary? Mm-hmm. Because she's so sweet and cute, and how could she be that scary? This performance is nuts, man.
Yeah, that's the main thing everyone's talking about now is Indy Navarrette's performance. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
She is incredible. Obvious front runner for our prime rib for lead actor. She's just incredible in this role, being able to play two different versions of a character, because she has to play the cool girl who he's madly in love with, and then become this just totally doting, kind of pathetic, obsessed, love-struck person after the wish is made.
Arguably 3 characters, because you've got real Nikki, then you've got doting sweet girlfriend Nikki, then you've got angry obsessed Nikki, which there's 2 sides. The last 2 are the same character, but she's got 2 personalities smushed within this one character.
And I also I feel a little bad for the rest of the cast, because the other 3 leads are also so good.
Yeah, everyone in this cast is good. Even the people working at the store
the 2
are
employees,
really good.
Yeah. No, they're both very funny. But especially, is it Michael Johnston? Is that his name?
Who plays Bear.
Yeah. I really feel bad for him, because any other co-star wouldn't overshadow him so much, he would be getting more acclaim.
He's incredible in this.
He's so good in this.
He really sells, he sells him as so sweet in the beginning, and you buy him. He makes me think of a Joseph Gordon-Levitt kind of.
Erica also made that same comparison.
Really?
To Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 500 Days of Summer specifically.
Wow.
Because that's another situation where in that movie, he's playing the nice guy, but he's the villain of the movie. Mm-hmm. And you need someone who has that kind of good looks, charm, aw shucksness, but it's not real. Yeah, and that's such a hard thing to do, to play it, because those guys, and we all know those guys, or were those guys, or whatever, everybody has somebody in their life like that, where it's such a hard needle to thread, because to them it is real. They do think that they are the nice guy, but they're not, and it's only through their actions that you come to realize that, and to portray that so expertly, it is so difficult. Like at no point really in the movie is Bear like outwardly mean or like outwardly shitty to anybody. It's only his like actions that make him so. And he still kind of gets to keep that like, but I'm the nice guy, like attitude, you know? And that's a very, very fine line, and he does it so well.
Yeah, he's just very cowardly.
That's the thing, is like, he is just such, he's so passive
Yeah.
and cowardice, yeah. And because of the situation he finds himself in, those character traits lead him to being a bad guy.
Yeah. So I guess, I mean, we'll kind of use the plot as a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, because what was the last movie we covered? Where we kind of played coy with some of the revelations as they occurred, you know? Oh, Oddity. We were like we went on the journey with the movie. So when we were like, oh, she says somehow she killed that guy, we knew it was with the golem.
Golem.
Golem. God damn it!
Yeah.
Why can't I get that? Ugh. Okay, but no, with this one, we have the sum of the movie knowledge present during the discussion.
Yeah. It starts with Bear giving this speech where he's confessing his feelings, and it's all about how when he moved to town, like Nikki was the only person who was nice to him. She was there for him when his grandma died. I misheard this as dad the first time because he says Nana.
Nan. Yeah.
His Nan, and I misheard his dad. That's the confusion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's this very heartfelt kind of, a lot of people have also pointed out, a lot of like things she's done for him, if you pay attention, which is kind of a little bit of a giveaway as to his personality and maybe how he views her. I don't think it's super, I don't think it's a super duper red flag, but just, I guess, something to note. But it's just so funny how if he had just gone with this, maybe.
Do you think she liked him?
I don't know. I was thinking about this last night because I go back and forth.
I think after my third viewing, yes. I think that she's
I wanted
open
to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's open to the possibility of maybe, if he... I think if he showed some backbone and expressed an interest in her in a confident way, she might be into him. Because, women like men with some confidence. I'm not like, they don't have to be dicks to you or whatever, but you want some confidence.
Yeah.
You can't be all like fucking mealy mouth and meek.
No, just self-assuredness. Not,
yes. Yeah. And the fact that when she asks him outright, do you like me? He can't even utter a yes. He can't even I don't know the right sports metaphor, but someone throws him a ball and he can't do the layup. Is that?
I mean, I guess that's technically right.
Did I get it?
Suppose.
Okay.
But
it's a layup.
No. Yeah, it is a layup.
Yeah,
yes.
it is a layup when she asks him, do you like me? And
Yes.
he can't even score the
basket.
Score the basket?
It's a basketball. That's a basketball metaphor.
Yeah, but score the basket. That can't be right.
It is.
Score the basket? That does sound wrong.
Score the basket cannot be a proper phrase, dude.
It's not the common phrase. That's not what you would use, but you do score a basket.
I feel like make a basket.
Make a basket.
Make a basket. Well,
Yes.
that sounds weird too now. Now
It is
I feel
weird.
like we're weaving.
Basketball's weird.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about that specifically with you guys because I was convinced for most of the movie that she did and he fucked up, because she says in that scene, we're jumping ahead a little bit, but when he gives her a ride home, when Bear gives Nikki a ride home and is like, this is his moment, he's like gonna tell her how he feels, and he chickens out. She says to him, like, when I like a guy, he knows it.
No, she says, when I like a guy, no one ever knows.
Oh yeah, no one ever knows.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like that to me, I was like, oh, that's her saying that she does. And she's saying it without saying it because, well, no one ever knows. And she does tee him up so explicitly to be like, do you, like, say it if you're going to say it.
Exactly.
And when he doesn't, and then my reading of that was like, she was disappointed.
Yeah.
But and I don't know if it's just because of the events of the movie or some of the other information that we learn. Then I wasn't sure if she really did or not. Or maybe it was a thing where like she maybe could have, or maybe she was like, well, maybe there's something here if he tries.
The first 2 times I saw it, I was so sure that she wasn't into him, because when she comes back to the car and is like, do you like me? If you like me, now's the time to say it. And it feels very much like, hey, if we're gonna blow up this friendship, let's just get it over with, kind of thing, is how it came off to me. And her demeanor there just felt so, to me, very familiar, where it's like, fuck, man, I thought I just had a platonic fun thing going on. And man, it all of a sudden is weird because I'm realizing now that you view me romantically, and like, just fucking say it, and like, so we can get over it, and because I just like being friends with you.
Yeah.
So that's how I read that. And plus the conversation later where she apparently tells Sarah she just sees Bear as a brother.
See, that's hearsay, though. So
I know, it is hearsay.
Which we can get into.
But
previous to him giving her a ride, when Ian's like, take your girl, she's like, ew, don't say it like that. So
don't
that's,
say it like that. I don't know if this is true because it was a Reddit comment and I haven't seen the interview where he says this, but I think Curry has said she does. She's into him.
Okay.
I don't...
I wish we had asked him.
Citations needed. I don't know. But at the same time, does it matter? Considering what he ends up doing. Like, does it really matter?
I think there's an argument to be made that it's more tragic if she does.
Yeah. Because, like, they could have been together.
Right.
Without this situation happening.
But either way, he's stealing her choice.
Well, I don't know what mattering or not means in this context, but I think, like, thematically and tragically, it's the same thing as with the ending of the movie. His own cowardice and inability to act sets him up for disaster.
Yeah. I guess, like, it matters in the sense of, like, the irony and the... you know, that kind of like dramatic takeaway, but in the sense of like what ultimately ends up happening to her, does it really matter whether or not she liked him in the first place? It's just fucked up either way.
No, it's definitely fucked up either way.
Yeah.
But if he had said, yes, I like you, and then he would have never made that wish, and then it would have never happened in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
That's definitely, if we're gonna make the comparison to an EC Comics kind of thing, which I think there's a lot of that DNA in this.
Yeah.
Her liking him, I think definitely lends, it's like that feels much more of an EC Comics kind of thing where it's the tragedy of if he had just said something.
Would that also be Shakespearean? Because the ending definitely is kind of...
it's all Hamlet. It's the indecision. It's like that kind of tragedy of, you know, where he could have succeeded simply by acting.
Yes.
You know, is very Shakespearean. Yeah.
God, he's such a little wiener. And in that scene, I get
know.
so frustrated with
know.
it. And
So good.
I understand being afraid.
For sure.
But when she serves it up like that, like, fucking just do it, dude. Oh, man. Such a little bitch sometimes, Bear.
Yeah.
Is this like how they all became friends? They work at this music store together?
No, they met in high school.
Oh, they've been in high school.
Which was like 7 years ago.
Okay.
Because Ian mentions a 7-year late promposal.
Promposal. Yeah, I
thought
love
he said like
that line.
prombonzel or something, like a play on promposal. But yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're 7 years out of high school. So the fact that Sarah's applying for art school seems like it was a late decision for her, you know, something that she wants to do after working for a few years at her dad's music shop. None of them have seemingly moved on from their, you know, childhood home and town. And this is a source of, I guess, disappointment for Nikki, who wants to be an author. That's why she's quitting the music store, as she tells him. But yeah, so they're high school. They're like, and Bear sounds like he had moved there. So maybe the others all knew each other beforehand. Because yeah, this last viewing, I noticed the conversation at the trivia place between Nikki and Sarah because the first couple times I'm watching it, I'm focusing on Bear and Ian because they're mouthing to each other. But if you hear them talk, like there's a friendship there.
Yeah.
Because Sarah's talking about how like her dad has been disappointed in Nikki's work performance and like she just doesn't want her to get in trouble. And yeah, so there's a familiarity there between them.
This friend group is so toxic.
But feels so real and just like, I mean, I was in situations like this all the time in high school where people are like, I'm into you, but they're sleeping with them, but they don't want to tell you because they know that you're into that. Like,
Oh God, and everyone's like talking shit about each other behind each other's backs.
little bit, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I mean,
What a
Ian,
mess.
I think Ian is definitely an instigator.
Yes, he's a drama queen.
I
big time.
Yeah, I think Ian is like such a bad friend and really someone who he accentuates Bear's worst qualities, or he makes those qualities come out more by being such like a brash bro.
Yes.
It kind of forces Bear to retreat within himself and make him more indecisive and passive.
He's the type of guy, and there's a lot of guys like this, and this is something that drives me nuts, where there are so many guys who love to stir shit. There's a lot of guys who are drama queens, and they're the type of guys where if they were a girl and acted the same way, it'd be the type of thing where it's like, ugh, girls just love causing drama. Guys are so much less dramatic. You know, with guys, there's so much less drama. No, there's not. It's just underneath the veneer of Ian looking like a frat bro. Like, it's like harder to realize he's the town gossip, you know?
Well, yeah, because we find out later, like actually third act, I think, that Ian has been hooking up with Nikki for the past 2 years. Bear does not know this.
Messy.
Yeah, so it's casual hookups. Sounds like they're both just like not really into each other romantically, but just, you know, physically they're hooking up. So once you know that and you rewatch the movie with that knowledge, everything Ian does seems to me to be a move that is supposed to push Bear away from succeeding with Nikki. And it starts right here in this opening scene when Bear is spilling his heart out to this waitress. And like, if you know nothing about the movie, you are led to believe that maybe this is Nikki herself.
Right.
And then of course the reveal that it is just a waitress who is on the job.
Yeah,
during her shift.
Yeah, I'll come back to this, but yeah.
And after Bear does this pretty heartfelt and like sincere, you know, confession of emotions and feelings, Ian's like, nah, man, that's gay. Like, no, throw that shit out.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. And then the waitress tries to pipe in with suggestions of what they could do for Nikki. And Ian's like, no, that's not going to work either. Get out of here.
Yeah, how about you try being mean to her?
Yeah, try negging her. Try
Try
calling
negging her,
her
dude.
Picky Nikki.
No,
Or
Freaky
Freaky Nikki. And obviously we see later when he does that she gets pissed off about it.
Right.
So he's giving Bear bad advice. It's even at the fucking trivia thing when Bear finally gets Nikki alone.
Their
Here comes Ian be like, oh, what are you guys talking about? And like refusing to leave.
And again, this is another example of like, he's a coward and can't just tell Bear like, hey, like, Nikki and I have been hooking up.
Yeah.
He like everyone in this group, Sarah can't be honest with Bear about her obvious feelings for him because she clearly has a crush on him.
I don't think she's trying to hide. We'll talk about Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah, poor Sarah.
Poor Sarah.
But she also, I don't think she's entirely blameless in the way she talks about Nikki either.
I think this is going to be Chelsea's hot take because I think most people in the discourse I've seen are like, Sarah's the only like truly innocent person.
I disagree.
So yeah, we'll get to it.
There's a certain way she talks about Nikki that I find really interesting. And I wonder, okay, we'll get there. But does she deserve what happened to her? Fuck no. But
beep,
I think she's also totally part of this weird toxic group dynamic where everyone is kind of talking about each other behind each other's backs and not being honest with each other.
The waitress thing.
Okay, the waitress thing. So I love that the waitress thing, like when you like going into this not knowing anything, the reveal of this girl being the waitress is so funny. But then after watching the whole movie, going back to it, it's like this is kind of your clue as to what type of people and what type of guy Bear is, especially where it's using a woman as a means to an end. Like, this is not a woman, this is a prop. Like, this is a practice tool to ask a girl out.
And when she tries to have input and ideas, they just brush her off. They're like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, and it's, this girl's on the clock. She's trying to. We talked about this in our interview with Curry. Like she got tips. She's got work to do.
Yeah, and in a movie where a later conversation is about a boss being upset with someone's job performance, you can imagine that her boss is like, "What are you doing sitting over there?
People are waiting."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like, these guys don't give a shit about that. This is clearly more important than what you've got going on with your job or whatever.
Yeah. And we know better.
Yes, it's such a clue as to what type of characters these are going to be.
Yeah, it was interesting. Our buddy Mike, we were walking back to the parking lot with him. He was like, "Oh, after that first scene, I was like, oh, he's going to be the villain." I was like, "Oh, very astute, Mike."
Yeah.
Well, it's just that, like, it doesn't matter what the like Nikki or not Nikki or the waitress or whatever. It doesn't matter how they respond to anything that Bear says. It's only about what Bear says. Like, if you take, like, for me, not knowing that Ian was hooking up with Nikki and everything, if you just take that conversation at face value of they're trying to figure out the best way to, tell Nikki about his feelings, they don't care at all about what her side of that conversation is. It's only about manipulating what Bear says to get a desired outcome.
Sure, yeah.
So it's completely one-sided. So it doesn't matter who it is on the other side of the table, whether it's Nikki or not Nikki or the waitress or, Magic Nikki or whatever. It's just only about what Bear does to get his desired outcome.
Bear goes home, finds his cat dead.
Yeah.
Poor Sandy.
Sandy.
Sandy's got a rough time this movie.
Poor Sandy. Apparently at Alamo Draft House, they were doing screenings of Obsession. This is so fucking funny. Where
when the scene
well, they were giving out, first of all, they were giving out little, like, squishy bricks that said Obsession on them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
Okay,
and
great.
they
It
all
was squeak toy.
they were like, they were like fidget toys where they were like squishy foam.
Oh.
And I forget what else, but during the scene where she packs his lunch, they were giving out, like, sandwiches.
Oh, no.
Right on, like, they timed it perfectly, apparently. So basically, as soon as everyone had time to take, like, a single bite, there was the reveal that it was cat. And they were giving out the cat plushies. You got, like, a little plushie to take home with you.
Oh, my God.
We've got 20 boxes of those if you want a Lucy
We've got
plush.
Lucy plushies. Yes.
So yeah, he finds his cat dead, somehow got into his pills.
I think it was Oxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the same pills at the end?
Yeah.
He
Yes.
takes, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
So that's last week. I think Curry more or less confirmed the cat scene exists to plant the fact that those pills are there.
It's to bookmark it.
It's
Because originally that was the opening scene, he said. The waitress thing was added later, which, very good. Very good.
Yes.
So yeah, obviously finding your cat dead. He doesn't really want to go to trivia night, but then he gets a call from Nikki, and she's like, "Oh, I want your brain tonight."
Yeah, I want you to be there. Like, I'm sorry, this is a tally in the she likes him column, because I'm just thinking back to, like, when I had a crush on a guy. Like, I'm calling him and being like, "But you need to be there,"
we
and
need to win trivia.
Yeah.
And while she's on the phone with him, she mentions that she's putting in her 2 weeks.
Yes.
So she's going to be leaving the job. And there's a little bit of conversation about, like, we're running out of time. And, like, previously Ian was like, you have nothing but time. And I don't know.
I think it's just, we're running out of time. Like, it's this feeling of, and I wonder, too, if maybe part of this comes from, I think of the filmmakers' ages, like Ian and Cooper. They would have been early 20s making this. But when you're in your early 20s, there is this feeling of, like, oh, fuck, I need to do something with my life.
Yeah.
And there is a feeling of, I'm running out of time. Once you get past that, you realize kind of how crazy that is. But there is this sense of, oh God, I've either graduated college or I've hit that age where, like, I I'm an adult age. I need to have done something with my life. I'm running out of time to do something, a capital S something with my life.
And if you're working at your friend's dad's music
Right.
store, that feeling might be compounded.
Right.
For
And
sure.
I think that's what Nikki's referring to. And I think she's probably feeling held back by, the music store and just the general attitude of someone like an Ian who's like, all you've got is time.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Because he's just chilling. He doesn't, as far as we know, he doesn't have any grander aspirations, whereas she wants to be a writer. And then, she's like going to this job and then hooking up with him and she's like looking at herself, being like, oh, what am I doing?
Right.
Probably a bit of that.
And then at the end of the phone call, I know the third time I noticed, I feel like this is intentional. She goes, oh no. And Bear's like, oh God, what? And she's like, oh, I dropped my crystal necklace. My crystal necklace broke. It fell down the drain or something. And it's such an awkward line and line reading. And like, who talks like that? And then it like hard cuts to the employee at the like new age store, and she's on the phone with someone and she literally says, why would she say that? That's so weird. And I feel like it's a meta.
It might be Kubricking.
I don't know, but I feel like it's because like it feels such a weird like, I have to say this over the phone because you can't see me, and I have to plant the idea that this is why he's going to the store.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the best writing in the whole movie is the magic shop employees.
They're
Yeah,
yes.
I think that like this first gal and then the guy later on when he goes back, the movie works because of their attitude and the way that they just are like, yeah, this is real, but it's bullshit, but it's real.
Yeah.
And it's just so perfect.
Yes.
I love the way that they're written. And I think that the whole magic device, the audience, for me anyways, the audience is able to like buy into the reality of it and the phone call to customer support.
Yes.
But like those three instances of like, well, yeah, this is real and it's stupid, but it's real is such a great way of getting the audience to like accept it and not ask too many questions.
Yeah, and I don't like. Thankfully, I haven't seen too many people be like, "Oh, it's not explained enough." I think everyone's buying into it because of these performances.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff. And Curry has even said in a recent interview, it wouldn't make sense for this to happen.
He was like, when you think about it, it's the world that this exists in is totally broken because I think he specifically says like dragons would exist. Like
We would have a new president every 2 minutes. You know?
And he was like, at first I thought it'd be a thing where when someone makes a wish, it brings them to their own kind of world
Bubble
where their
world.
wish. But then that doesn't make sense because then Ian wishes for $1 billion and so he's like, yeah, it's just broken.
It's just whatever. It's fine.
It's
I don't
whatever.
want it explained.
Rule of cool, it's fine.
And he has talked about possibly a anthology thing where different people have wishes that come true.
Love this.
I would also be interested in something that explores the other items we see. There's a magic eye and a voodoo doll next to the One Wish Willow that he sees in this new age store that he initially goes to for a replacement crystal.
A replacement crystal necklace that she dropped down the drain.
Yes. And he almost gets, what's the sunshine in a rock one?
Citrine.
Citrine. He almost gets that. And then he says Nikki would hate it. I don't think she would.
Yeah, this is a runner. Bear doesn't know anything about Nikki.
It doesn't seem like he does, because she has that tiger eye thing. And granted, it's Wish Nikki who gives it to him, but it was real Nikki's item that we can assume is rightfully like her mother's and then passed down to her.
Yeah, Wish Nikki still retains like traces of
Real Nikki.
Yes.
Yeah, it just gets jumbled up with other sensory information that she gets.
Yeah. But it seems like Bear does not pay attention to the things that come out of Nikki's mouth. So yeah, he says like Nikki would hate this, and you're right, only for later. She presents him with a tiger's eye. Yeah.
So I just feel like if she has that, she would be into the citrine, maybe.
Yeah, she would like it.
But instead, he gets her a One Wish Willow.
He finds the One Wish Willow.
Which
Yeah.
we still haven't broken ours. I mean, we have a few.
Can you break them?
Yeah.
I'm not breaking it. It I mean, we have, how many do we have?
We have a few. I literally bought multiple in case I
We have
wanted to
like
break one.
7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
I think. I don't want to break them. They're it's a keepsake.
I love that it's like $7.
Yeah.
Like it's so
Yeah.
great.
I'm also pretty sure that the font where it says only $6.99 is the kill count font. It's like a very common font because it's like very bold and like it's kind of pulpy looking. I see it a lot places.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, but it kind of looked like it to me.
So he buys the One Wish Willow after being told that it'll bring a wish, but it's not a scam. Hey man, we're not scammers. I love that. The sales rep here is very much anyone who has seen Hoagie.
Yes, if you came to our Hoagie screening or have had the pleasure of seeing Hoagie, she reminds us so much of the girl who works in the store at Hoagie. It's
Yes.
like uncanny. I love
And
it.
she's one of our favorite parts of Hoagie. So
Oh my God.
as soon as we saw her and those line deliveries, we were like, oh my God,
Yep.
it's the Hoagie girl.
Obsessed with both of them.
So they go to trivia at Barker's Pub, Curry Barker's Pub.
I'm an idiot. I just now got
Nice
that.
little reference there. And what's their team name? It's like
They're the treble clef.
the
it's-
bass clef something.
It's something music.
Is that another
related.
Simpsons thing, like the B sharps?
No, it's probably have to do with the music store.
Oh,
music
yeah,
store.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Bear's trying to tell Nikki about his feelings, but he can't. And he lies to her when she asks like what he was doing all day. You know, he doesn't bring up the cat thing. And when they toast, someone's like, what are we toasting to? And he says Sandy. And they all toast to it. And it's only Sarah who like notes like, oh, that's weird, and asks him afterward,
What
why did
happened?
we toast to Sandy? And he's honest with her. He tells her the truth. And she, gives him a hug.
I think he just doesn't want to appear weak in front of
It's a little late for that, buddy.
Nikki. I know, but there's the idea of like, men feeling weak when they appear sad or, show emotions. I think that's why he doesn't bring it up around her.
I guess he just ordered a pina colada, which,
Well, yeah.
is stereotypically not, and she razzes him a bit for it. And that was the thing I asked Curry about after we saw it the first time is I noted at the end he is unable to even attempt to kill himself with a gun. And so he instead takes a lot of pills. And I was like, oh, traditionally, that's thought of as a...
Statistically.
and statistically, that's more of a woman's way of, ending your life as opposed to a more violent one like hanging or gunshot, which tends to be more of a male domain thing. And I was like, does that and the pina colada, does that mean anything?
Very feminine. And owning a cat.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cats are
very-
generally seen more feminine than dogs, but Curry said no.
Nope. That's when I mentioned like, dude, you're getting Kubrick. I like that though. I like that as a through line.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm gonna call death of the artist kind of thing, death of the author.
Again, yeah, it could be something that he just subconsciously put in there. I did note that she calls the bartender babe. So in all of our trying to tally if she actually likes Bear or not, we should consider the fact that the way she speaks, even to a stranger like the bartender, is more of a friendly, using terms of endearment type thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. We went to the Obsession premiere and this was so fucking funny. When we were leaving the
End of the night.
this is the after party.
Many drinks
It's pretty
in.
late. And outside of the after party, the guy who played the bartender was there with some of his friends, and they're just kind of like messing around outside filming something. And everyone that walked by, he'd be like, hey, have you ever met a real Hollywood actor before? I'm the bartender.
No, he was like, what'd you think of the bartender in that movie? It's great, right?
I'm the bartender. And he'd be, what would he say? He'd be like, open or close. Like he would
yeah,
say,
he would like say that. He would say his lines.
that guy was killing me. He was so funny.
I think both of his lines in the movie are off screen. Like he says it and it's on someone else. But he loved that role.
Oh man, shout out to
That's
that guy.
awesome.
You killed it.
No,
you
hell
crushed
yeah.
it.
Celebrate
Oh,
it, man. Celebrate
He was
it.
having a fucking blast. I hope he had the best night of his life.
Yeah, they also mention here that when Ian walks up to them, interrupting very pointedly, Bear being able to talk, he's like, dude, Sarah just told me that her dad keeps a gun in the
Yep.
break room. And then later, after Sarah's death, and they're at the music shop, you can hear her opening like a safe in the background. which explains where she gets that gun that she then
Yeah.
shoots Ian with in the end.
The introduction of the gun here at this point is so good too, because I kept waiting for the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
So they lose trivia. Ian wants to go hit karaoke and do Slim Shady. Respect. That's one of mine. Not as prominent as Beck as for my staples, but I've done it before.
I like doing What's Going On
Yeah,
by
you're real
Four
good at
Non
that.
Blondes. I'm pretty good at that.
Graessle, what's your one? If you had just one,
Nothing's good.
that's why you gotta go with the
I feel
rap.
like that's why you gotta pick something where it's like a crazy voice. That's why I do Four Non Blondes, because
Yeah.
it's a crazy ass voice and you can sound like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
do a
like
Pearl Jam.
Hip Hoppopotamus versus Rhymenoceros by
Yeah,
Flight of the
perfect.
Conchords.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
a fun
what's
one.
What's the one that Mike does? Something in Vegas.
Oh, Vaping in Vegas.
Vaping in Vegas.
That's a fun
That's a
one.
good one
yeah.
too.
Today's episode is presented by A24's highly anticipated next horror event, Backrooms. A furniture store owner vanishes after discovering a mysterious doorway in his basement that leads to an endless network of interconnected rooms. From Kane Parsons, the preeminent creator of the Backrooms YouTube series, this tense psychological horror thriller explores the suffocating dread of liminal spaces and the unknown lurking behind them. Don't miss Backrooms, only in theaters May 29th. Get tickets now.
I found a place. It's like a maze. It just goes on and on. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get lost.
I've never been out this far before. There's something else in here.
Get away from me!
Hello? So outside, Nikki, we're really getting it hammered in, like, how cool Nikki is.
Oh yeah, she's giving money
gives
to
money
homeless
to a homeless
people.
guy, and we get that swell of music, and it just feels like it's summer outside, and like the atmosphere just feels romantic. Like I can feel how it feels to be in this scene.
Yeah.
I can feel like what the weather feels like.
The vibe was there of that like young adulthood cusp of
Yep.
real life. It's so good.
There's like this weird period of life where like you've either graduated college or you're about to graduate college, and maybe you're just still hanging around campus kind of, and it feels like time kind of stops a little bit.
That was when
Town feels kind of empty. That's like when we first started dating.
that was when we made Managing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the era that Managing was written
Yeah,
out
like
of
we made
because
a
I was
pilot,
like, yeah.
and yeah, there's some like you'll never get that back.
No.
Yeah, like 22,
Yeah,
23, that age.
That's what I felt like the running out of timeline was about. Was like there's this window that exists.
Sure.
And I think this is the set design is also another like great way of they invoke this, because like Bear talks about how he inherited his house from his grandmother who died, and like I assume that that's kind of a lot of what's going on with the characters here, is that they've either like inherited their houses, or like I think they talk about how Nikki's dad like doesn't live in town anymore, so like maybe she lives in the house and they own the house but they don't live there or whatever. And they do a great job at like Bear's house and at Ian's house, where we see later where there's this like mix of like cheap modern stuff and then like old kitschy decor, and that blend of like stuff that's really old and out of date and tacky with like new cheap shit is such a great way of invoking that lifestyle too, of like I'm making the best of what I have.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
I have my parents' shit.
Yeah.
But then also the first things I've bought as
Right.
an adult.
Yeah.
Which is IKEA shit, because that's all I can
Yep.
afford.
Right.
So yeah, they're driving, and they have a lot of conversations about just where they are.
Yes.
She wants to write. She wants to feel love.
Yes.
Because she's not feeling that from Ian.
They talk about the difference between romance and love, and Bear says, well, isn't that kind of the same thing? Because she is trying to write a love story.
Yeah, and I think Straw Hat Goofy said that like obsession itself is a love story, but not a romance.
Yes. Bear wants a romance, and Nikki wants love. And I think Bear just emotionally is not able to be in love with someone, at least not in this point in his life.
So what do you think the difference is? Do you think love is a more true and comprehensive attraction to a person and an understanding of them as a human being, whereas romance is more surface level, movie, cheap book, just like, surface level flirtation and like winning the girl type thing.
I think romance is like the fun stuff. It's the fantasy of it. It's like wooing someone. It's the montage that we see.
Yeah.
That's the romance. And we notice that he gets more and more uncomfortable the more like into him that she seems, and the less into the little activities that they're doing.
Oh, that's after the wish is made.
Yes, that's after the wish is made. But yes, yeah. So he wants the rom-com montage life with Nikki. He doesn't want the complications of Nikki as a person. That's when he's going to really struggle.
And I love the irony too of him being terrible at that part of it. That like he sucks at the chase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after he goes to drop her off, and there's a lot of back and forth of him wanting to say something and her giving him shots too.
God, that scene is heartbreaking.
It's rough. It's real rough because you're just screaming at him, just say it, dude. It's fine.
She's so good in that scene too. The physicality of that performance.
Yeah, because
the dance of it.
There is like your interpretation, which could be true. Again, we're just putting tally marks in either column of her being like, okay, if you say that you like me, just tell me, because like if this is the end of the friendship, let's do it. Or it could just be like, dude, I know you do. We can fucking do something about it, but like just step up and say it, or else I'm gonna be tired of you. And so when he says no, she just turns around and leaves. Like, okay, that's it. Like closing that book. Or trying to. But then he takes out that one wish willow. And he does the little jingle.
Yeah, and at this point, he's just doing it as like he's not thinking it's real. I think he's just doing it as like a cope,
Yeah, yeah. It's like, obviously he doesn't think this is really going to happen. He is not maliciously being like, I'm going to put her under my spell and make her like obsessed with me and remove her autonomy. He's not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, yeah, I wish you really was.
Yeah.
And then it fucking works right away because she's standing out on that porch. Shrouded in like backlit and silhouetted like she often is in this movie.
Yes. And then she walks back to the car, and she instantly, it almost seems like she's drunk. And this scene is so great because her way of speaking is so uncanny. And she instantly asks, she wants to like spend more time with him. She doesn't want to be alone. Because her cat just died. Or wait, no, his cat just died. So like, Curry said last week that's kind of the whatever she is now, like kind of like orienting itself. It's getting confused because it's basically a new thing.
Yeah.
And it's just rewiring like, no, wait. Yeah.
And I think it's just trying any avenue to get to spend more time with him.
Yes.
So it's like, do you want to come inside? Do you want to come inside? No. Well, I don't feel like I want to be alone because my cat. No. My dad's died. And then there's even like when she goes to the driver's side door and opens the door and then tries to like pout. Is like, no. And like, so trying that method of just being like cute pouty, and then she like steals his bag.
Yeah.
And he's totally confused and like laughing at it because it's so silly. But seeing her go through all these different gear shifts is so impressive.
Yeah. I love I forget what line she says exactly, but when she goes like, yeah, I don't know what line she said, but she does this little like, yeah, twice, and it's so creepy. I love it. And then she snaps out of it a little bit. She's like, wait, what the fuck? I'm acting so weird.
It's like the first time.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, because nothing too serious has happened, I think that's why it's kind of a muted reaction. It's like, what was I just doing? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. And then, you know, it's back to wish Nikki. But that first little bubbling up of real Nikki, which you might even miss if it's your first time and you don't realize that that's going to be happening.
Yep. That's when she sits down in the car, and then she's like, my dad's dying. And she kind of falls over onto the dashboard. And someone on Reddit pointed out, and this is extra creepy, you can hear her like crying and stuff and like sniffling while she's talking about her dad dying, but her body's not moving. So it's super uncanny.
And that also occurs a similar thing later in the sex scene.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that checks out on how that kind of plays out.
That sex scene's fucked up.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. They end up going back to Bear's house.
Yep.
And she's just in awe of it because it smells like him.
Yeah, it's bigger than his last place. So I guess she's been to his previous place, but this is her first time at his grandma's house, which is now his house. I even noted on the fridge, it almost looks like there's like a memorial thing to his grandma, like pictures.
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
notice that. Yeah.
Might be, I'm not sure.
She asks him to sleep with her in his bed because she doesn't want to sleep by herself.
Yeah.
They end up, even though she's acting super weird, they still end up, they kiss. Like she takes her shirt off, she just has a bra on, and they start kissing. And this is like our first big jumps. This scared the shit out of me the first time we saw it, because I think our sound mix was super loud at South by too. It scared the fucking shit out of me where she goes, wait, what the fuck? And this like really loud music cue where she pulls back from him.
Yeah, I just watched an interview of Indy Navarrete with Perry Nemiroff on Ladies Night Collider. Yeah, just this morning I watched it. And Indy talked about how she and Curry discussed whether Nikki was stuck observing everything that Wish Nikki was doing, or if she would kind of just teleport away and then teleport back. And what she kind of ended up determining is that initially it's like a teleporting away, teleporting back. But then as she begins to realize what's happening in the situation she's in, because Nikki is such a fighter, she is able to like get to a point where she is trying to wrest more control. And I do think as the movie goes on, she bubbles up more frequently.
Yeah.
But because of that, she is then able to observe more what is going on through her eyes, so that by the end of the film, she has witnessed a lot of it, which is horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a lot of people some people, I won't even say a lot, but some people are like very curious about like where she goes, where she is, and just like the mechanics of it all. I gotta say that just doesn't interest me at all. And I'm really glad that the movie doesn't bother trying to explain it, because I think so often with horror movies, especially, when you try to explain it too much, that is when you lose a lot of the audience. I think of Us, awesome movie, and then that last act is just like a bunch of exposition. Even Longlegs.
Yep.
That loses a lot of people in that final act when they are like, okay, Alicia Witt is going to voice over and tell you everything that's happening with the balls and the devil and all that stuff. And I just feel like it's so much, it'll always be scarier if you don't know for sure what's happening.
Yes.
And you get enough snippets of it. Her screaming when he calls, which is
That's
one of the
all
scary,
I need to know.
That's all I need.
That's
yeah.
so fucking scary.
Wherever she is, she ain't happy.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying.
One movie that does this well, where you're like, oh nope, I know exactly where they end up, and it's fucking terrifying, is Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Talk to Me is a movie that like explains what's going on and shows you it, and it remains fucking scary. So if you watch Obsession and you're like, but I kind of want to see what's going on, maybe Talk to Me will scratch that itch.
Not as
for
fun.
you. Not as fun.
There's like
movie.
one fun scene in that thing, and then the rest of it is like you're gonna be feeling bad.
Yep.
But yeah.
But there is a scene in that where it's like, oh wow, I didn't think they were gonna show us where
he is.
Yes.
Yeah, that sucks for him, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I imagine is where Nikki
That's
is.
kind of where I imagine Nikki is as well.
And similarly, a lot of people have discussed, what is Wish Nikki? Is it a demon, or is it? And again, personally, I'm just not that interested. I think it's, I don't think it's some autonomous thing that has, I don't know.
I just, the way I see it is it's literally just, he wishes she was more in love with him than anyone else in the world. And because Nikki, that's not true of Nikki, therefore this new he basically creates a new version of her that exists in her own body. I think it's literally just another another mind, or another, it's like basically another brain that lives in there. It's another person.
It's like, are people asking where did the $1 billion come from?
No.
You know, because it's the same magic, you know, like it doesn't, like I was just
But
talking
$1
about.
billion isn't talking.
Right,
you know?
sure, but it's
Yeah.
still, the magic is creating something out of nothing. That's all that really matters. And I think that, like, that's another reason why I think that the magic store employees are so good is because they're like, yeah, who cares? Shut up. Like,
Yeah.
forget it. It doesn't matter. It works.
I think the questions arise because Wish Nikki does have a point of view and does almost get a little deadite later in, like after Sarah's kill, when she's
Sure.
like, you wished for this. This is all your fault. That's like teasing in a way that you would expect from like a demon or a deadite type thing.
Well, the movie, like, definitely emphasizes that this other version of Nikki is a person with feelings.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, it's not just a monster or a demon. Like, this is just another person that you have willed into existence that is obsessed with you. It looks, talks, everything like Nikki.
And it even seems to be aware of why it is obsessed.
Yes,
With
it's
him.
very aware of why it exists.
Yes.
And it lives a tortured existence because it will always love him more than he loves her. The more times I see this, the more tragic I think Wish Nikki is to me, because the more you think about it, like, yes, like real Nikki is in a literal hell, but so is Wish Nikki. Wish Nikki's in hell too. Like, it's so sad. And we talked about the scene in our interview with Curry, where she's crying and telling him, like, I'm not Nikki, I can't be Nikki. She's telling him, like, I'm literally not Nikki, but I can be. I'll try so hard to be. Like, I'm gonna try my best to be. And she's crying, and like, it breaks my heart every time. It makes me emotional.
Yeah, and he said, because Curry voices the customer service rep on the phone, he said that in that scene, he basically spells it out
Yes.
with, it sounds to me like you have a moral obligation to be there
for
for
her.
for Wish Nikki.
Yep.
This entity you've created.
Yeah.
Who is obsessed with you. He basically made like a dog, like a little fucking Molly.
Well, I
Yeah.
was
Like-
just going to say, this is Kubricking, but like the cat, the element of like Bear inheriting this cat from his grandmother that he then becomes responsible for and then can't take care of.
Ooh, yeah.
So he creates this new thing that he is responsible for, and that's what the customer service rep says, is like, you have this obligation now to take care of this thing.
Yeah.
And he can't do it
Yeah.
because of, you know, it's not even that he can't do it, it's that he's not willing to. Because that's the other thing too that I think makes this so tragic, is like, there is a world where, like, okay, he realizes what's going on, this is this weird thing that he's done, they need to leave town and find a way to make a life, you know,
Just the two of
just
them.
the two of
in
them,
a cabin.
right, that
Yeah.
like works.
Uh-huh.
And it could, but he doesn't do that because it's more indecision, it's more you know, wishy-washiness of that he can't be assertive enough to take care of, he doesn't have the responsibility, he's not grown up enough
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah. And that goes back to the conversation about love versus romance too, is I think Wish Nikki to me represents love in a weird way, because it's the conversation, and this is part of like my favorite scene in the whole movie, that scene where she's crying and telling him, like, I'm not Nikki, I can't be, because that scene starts with him being like, okay, no more weird stuff. It's after she stays at home all day and like pees herself, and there's like shit all over the floor.
No, he tells her no more weird stuff after she creeps him out at night.
Yeah,
in the
but he
morning.
does
then
it again.
Reiterates
He
it. Yeah,
reiterates
he's
it.
like, I thought we talked about this.
Yeah, I thought we talked
yeah.
about this. No more weird stuff. And it's like this second, more intensely emotional conversation. And I just think, you know, you think about being in a relationship with someone, and like, this is what like love is like, love is being with another person and realizing that person's a human. And and I said this last week, but it's like when you put someone on a pedestal and you idolize them and they stop being a human being in a relationship with them, you're going to eventually be disappointed by them. Like they're a human being. They're going to let you down at some point. Or at some point you'll learn that they're a human being. You're going to hear them fart. You're going to, or, best case scenario, you'll be together forever. You'll grow old together. Maybe, you'll have to, I don't know, help them wipe their ass someday. Like that to me is so much of what Wish Nicky represents as well, is like, he is like incapable of true love. No more weird stuff. He doesn't want that.
Yeah, just be that hot chick that normal. I was really into.
It was normal. He was like, it was good at first. Like, it was fun. It was good. The rom-com montage was fun. I liked that. Not this. This is weird. I think that is so... I love that. And we talked about that last week as well. We talked about the idea of the pedestal. And that I do think is very intentional. And
yeah, I also think it's really funny that in addition to everything you're saying and how when she stands there and pees and all that other stuff, it's like, yes, it's a disgusting thing because humans are disgusting. And that's what you sign up for when you're in a relationship. But I find it really funny that when he comes in and finds her like that and she realizes how off-putting it is, she's like, oh, I'm disgusting. And like, I feel like you've said that and most women have said that to their partners, like, oh, I'm disgusting. And in all of those cases, it's like, no, you're not. You're right. But like in this case, no, it's really fucking disgusting.
Yeah, no, it's really gross. Yeah. I love the score at that part too, when he comes home and she's so gross and she's like, bear. And it's the score is so sparkly.
It's a good scare too.
It is. It's very, very good.
Yeah, the score, we met the composer at the after party. Rock Burwell. No relation to Carter Burwell.
We talked to him
composer.
We talked to him and his partner for a while.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm. He was great to talk to. And he said that
his first feature.
It is, yep. And now he's working on Curry's next feature, Anything But Ghosts.
Yep.
And he said that he and Curry worked together a lot on the score because Curry said that music is one of the most important things to him. And for instance, Curry came up with the little jingle for the One Wish Willow that plays when you open it. I don't know how much the other cues fell on either side of them. I just feel like they probably worked in tandem a lot. But a lot of it does have the synthy, like, dreamwave element to it, especially the very beginning of the movie. And
reminded me of It Follows a little bit, kind of.
I feel like It Follows has more of like a pounding, driving type tone. This reminds me of another upcoming film by a young filmmaker who also does the music. Kane Parsons' work in Backrooms also has this like synthy dreamwave aspect to it. So I feel like, I don't know, there's something that really Gen Z found appealing in this kind of music, and they're applying it to the movies they make.
The Stranger Things season 1 soundtrack.
Maybe.
Like that kind of like, that's what it felt like to me, but it is that synth dreamwave, like that Tangerine Dream kind of stuff, and sure. I loved the score. That's cool.
It's like they heard Tame Impala growing up, like early Tame Impala.
Was the composer also young?
He said he wasn't as young as Curry, but still, I thought he was. I thought he was like Curry's age. Yeah.
Sure, loved the score. Great score.
Yeah.
And Curry mentioned in the interview that like, that's his guy now. Like that.
I believe it. Yeah.
His DP, he was like, I found my people who I'm just
beautifully shot.
Yeah, I was wondering how you felt about it since you are very particular about the look of things.
Yes, and I thought the color was fantastic. It didn't do that thing that some lower budget horror movies do where it looks very video. It's got kind of like a, like a
I know what you're talking about.
Like that they push things a little bit too far in the saturation.
It just looks digital.
It looks digital, like it's too green, or it's, like the skin tones aren't really right. I thought that this was really gorgeous. It captured that like gray, late spring, early fall, whatever time of year it's supposed to be, kind of vibe really well of like, things aren't nice yet, but it's still, we're still gonna have our house parties, we're still gonna hang out in cars and stuff.
A friend of ours, while this was in production, got to read the script. He said reading it, just the tone of it and everything, he had such a different image in his head than what this ended up being. Because when you're
Interesting.
just reading the script on its face with the humor and just the, you know, the focus on love, romance, like it felt, he said it felt very poppy, and it ended up being a completely different movie, even though I think not a lot of the actual script changed, which is really interesting.
Yeah. Also, Graessle mentioned budget. Worth noting that this movie was made for less than $1 million. I've seen 500. I've seen 750.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredibly efficient filmmaking. And then I believe Focus Features bought it for $14 million. And then we are recording this as opening weekend is winding to a close, and I think it's at least at 17 million already for opening. Might be over 20 with international. So fucking huge success for that budget. I mean, I'm hoping it crosses 100 for its full run. It's gonna have a lot of competition later this month with First Passenger, but then Backrooms
is gonna
man,
be huge,
which is gonna eat into the same audience because it's just like young horror fans who are into like online creators.
Backrooms is gonna be massive.
But I'm hoping that everyone opens their wallet for both. I'm glad Obsession came out first because I feel like Backrooms has the more drive behind it. I mean, it's fucking Oscar-winning actors and A24. It's just like a bigger movie. But
I hope the word of mouth on this though keeps it around because
getting real good word of mouth.
Like,
so
Also, if it's in theaters near you, because I don't know if it's limited run or not, Life Hack.
Life Hack came out the same day as Obsession,
I know.
and people online were like, because we promoted Life Hack, and people were like, weren't you just promoting Obsession? It's like, yes.
Go see both of them.
It's not our fault that two of our favorite movies this year came out the same day. Go see them both if you can.
They're both really fucking good movies.
Yeah.
By really exciting filmmakers.
I know.
It kills me. Like, why are they coming out the same day?
I don't know. But see Life Hack if you can. I've heard from a lot of people that their theaters only have a single showing at like 10:15 p.m.
Kills me. It deserves so much more than that. Like, I think it'll be one that, like, once it's streaming, the word of mouth is going to be.
It'll be a good movie to watch streaming too. But if you can see it in theaters, see it in theaters.
Yeah.
also very good.
Yeah.
You showed us that one too. Very, very good movie. Yeah,
Very good. Very fun and creative.
I think our only miss with you has been Testament of Anne Lee, which we told.
That's true. That is true.
We told Rock Burwell to watch.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, the composer.
We were like, because he was like, he's from the Northeast, and we were like, well, if you like movies with good music
Good music in the Northeast.
and the Northeast,
That movie does have both of those things.
it's got both of those.
Okay, so he checks online. Well, okay, so him and Ian start talking about like how weird she was being last night. Ian sees them come into work together the next day,
And they're like, she needs help.
yeah,
Either that or she's on drugs.
and so that becomes the prevailing theory because Ian drives her home from work that day.
Yeah.
And apparently talks to her in the car. And I imagine Ian floats the idea and then Wish Nikki doing
like,
what she does,
I'm
takes
on.
that information because when she goes to his house later that night, shows up in that red dress and is apologizing for how she acted the night before.
I
She's
was
like,
on MDMA.
yeah, it's such like a like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to say. It's similar to like earlier in the car, the first time when he's trying to drive home because Bear suggests like, are you really drunk? And when she's in the car, she's like, I must be pretty fucked up. She's just taking
Yeah.
the excuse that they're giving her
Yeah.
for her actions.
I'm
to
just
seem more normal.
imagining Ian and Bear, you know that gif of the two guys at the computer where they're like, oh, okay. Just them
Like the
looking
stock
at
footage?
the Wikipedia article for MDMA going, oh, okay. She was on Molly.
Yeah, because Bear's like looking it up on, what is it? Ask Genie LM. It's like an AI like, thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a chat GPT thing about Molly. And he's like, yeah, guess that checks out. But yeah, even when Ian calls and says all this, he again is like trying to diminish how into Bear
Yeah.
she seems. He's like, she was looking at both of us. It's, you know?
But then she comes over and is like, well, would it freak you out if I wasn't you? Like, would it scare you if I wasn't you? And they confess their feelings for each other.
Yeah, finally. He's finally at the point where he can say, yes, He likes her.
Yeah, she just has to show up
In a red dress.
in a red off the shoulder dress with oh man, and the lighting in this scene is crazy. She's totally shrouded in darkness except her little shiny eyeballs, and it's really creepy.
And before that, when you see her like pass by the window, it's really creepy.
Yes,
that
it
got
is.
a good scare
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
audience.
Yeah.
So then we get our rom-com montage that we've been talking about. I think at one point she's like showing him AI art of them together.
The AI generated art of them is so funny.
It's so good. And then like
man.
they're watching a movie but she's just watching him, and at first it's cute, and then he's like turning her face towards the TV.
Yeah.
Or like when they're cooking together and she's like playing around with him. At first it's nice, and then he's like, all right.
It reminds me of that SpongeBob episode where Squidward moves to a planned community.
Oh, yeah.
It's like clarinet.
Yeah.
But the montage, I guess, only lasts, like, it's less than 2 weeks because she's still working.
Yes, it can't be that long.
So maybe a
Are they
few
just
days.
changing outfits?
Oh, I thought she never gave her notice.
No, she said
did.
she was going to put in her 2
She
weeks.
said she was going to, but then the wish happens. Did she already do it? Because that was another thing that I read as like another tragedy, is that she never even gets to take that step.
Oh, because, wish Nikki wouldn't quit the job.
No.
It can't have been that long because of the cat sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Unless she stuffed it in the freezer.
Oh, yeah. When does the cat shrine happen? The memorial?
That's like the next
That's
morning.
pretty early, yeah.
Because I think Wish Nikki just is like, he loves cat, he misses cat, therefore I will make... Oh, you know what I think it is? You mentioned the memorial for the grandma on the fridge.
Oh, maybe.
I think maybe Wish Nikki sees that and is like, he loved grandma, Mrs. Grandma,
Yeah.
he loved cat, make memorial for cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also do like imagining that Witch Nikki is like, I'm going to need this later.
Yes. Yeah.
Is this when they go out to dinner and they're like having a nice little date? And that's when Ian calls and says that like, yo, her dad's not even sick. Like, he's putting in the legwork, dude. He like called the hospital that her dad would have gone
That's what
to.
I'm saying is he's messy. He is, oh my God.
He's online and his favorite celebrity couple breaks up, and then he goes back to in their Instagram post from like years ago looking for clues.
Dude, he's the type of person who tracks when celebrities unfollow each other on Instagram.
Yeah. And you're like, how could you possibly know that?
Yeah.
Although I will say, Madonna recently followed Kylie Minogue on Instagram, and I'm like, please give it to us,
Yes,
please.
that's exciting.
It was very exciting on the
Ian
Madonna
would be a
subreddit.
great Real Housewife.
He'd be good on Traders.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, my read of that was that he's doing all of this legwork because he likes Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least likes what he has with her and doesn't want Bear to.
Right. I think this is before the reveal, and I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
So my read was just like, oh, he actually, that's why he was giving bad advice. It's because he's into her.
And it's during this
wants
phone
her
call.
for himself.
It's during this phone call that he does the classic thing that drama queens do. He's like, I don't want to spread drama, so I'm not going to tell Sarah.
I hate drama.
Yeah.
He also, and again, this is like, he's another character that's just a fucking coward. It's like, dude, this is the most roundabout ass way. It's just he's just starting shit instead of being honest about what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. This is when he says that apparently Nikki and Sarah had a talk the day that Bear didn't come into work, and that was when Nikki said she thought of Bear as a little brother.
Yeah.
So we don't know if this is true or not. I think there's some evidence later that we'll get to.
There's definitely evidence later that this is true.
But the fact that one, Ian could be lying about this, or two, Sarah could be lying about this. I don't think Sarah really behaves in a way that would lead me to believe that she would be lying about it. But I don't know. She likes Bear, so maybe she said that to Ian to kind of like throw off the Nikki.
I don't think Sarah's manipulative that way.
But yeah, and then also apparently Nikki's dad is totally healthy. And by the way, speaking of Bear not knowing shit about Nikki, when Nikki's like, oh, my dad is sick and I'm so sad about it. When he brings this up to people, everyone else is like, she hates her dad.
Like,
they're not even
immediately,
close.
too.
Yeah. Ian and Sarah are both like, what? She's not even close to her dad. Bear doesn't question it at all.
He does not pay attention to anything that comes out of her mouth. He doesn't
Good
know
call.
anything about her.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're at dinner. This is when she gives him the tiger's eye for confidence, so he can be a food critic like he says he wants to
Yes.
be.
Licking the bread
Yeah.
like a fucking psycho.
And then he asks her after this phone call, like, is your dad actually sick?
Yeah.
And
No.
no. Oh my God, she's standing up. She's making this
stomping.
scene.
She's pouting. Oh man.
And he's just like, oh, fuck.
We
fuck.
are.
Anything to stop this, to make it normal again, to stop the weirdness and to stop everyone looking at them.
She's not like part of Curry's like sketch group or anything. She
No.
came to the movie separately.
She was cast.
Okay, because I think casting her from a physical standpoint is so fantastic. Like, I love her physical performance, and I think her size is such a part of that.
Yeah.
Like, that she's this, like, little thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's so important, too, that she's, like, smaller physically than Sarah, and, like, that she has this kind of just, like, fiery pint-sized thing to her
Yeah.
that makes something like the dinner scene work so well, and like other moments where just like the party later on, like her physicality
Yeah.
in those moments is so good. And I wonder how much, if it was just like a self-tape or whatever, or how much like the physical element played into her casting.
Her audition was the Hansel and Gretel story.
It was.
Yes, and she said she locked eyes with Cooper during it and just like wanted to make him feel uncomfortable. She also said, this is all from the Perry interview, that she wants to do action movies partly because of her size. She thinks it'd be really fun to be like this little like
Oh,
ball of
fun.
fire. She says that her dad doesn't have cancer and that like
Oh, you're right. Yes.
does it matter that he doesn't? You know, we're here. And Bear says, it doesn't matter
Doesn't
to me.
matter to me.
And it cuts to them having sex. And it's Bear on top not looking at her. So he doesn't see that even though she's moaning and making porn noises of like, yes, yes, her face is blank.
Yeah.
And she said in the interview that like there's like a tear going
There's tears.
You really? Okay, I didn't.
There's another interview I saw, I think today, where Curry said, yes, there's very purposely tears in her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's rape,
Mm-hmm.
at least for one of the Nickies,
Yeah.
you know, for real Nikki,
I
who's
mean,
stuck in there.
Yeah. Arguably both.
I mean,
'cause
I wish Nikki, I don't know if she can consent.
I was going to say, like, it's for both, because
She doesn't have
Nikki was
autonomy.
willed into existence.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? So, I definitely for both of them. And, like, Curry in that interview was saying, like, I wanted to make it very explicitly clear that, like, she is the victim in this story.
Yeah. Like, if you don't see her face and register what is happening here, like, you're missing a big part of the movie, because I think this is a big step. This and then later when she's sleeping are the big, like, okay, Bear is morally culpable. He did this thing that he didn't know was going to happen, but now that he knows what the situation is, like, it's fucked up and he's a bad guy.
Well, I think that right after the shot of Nikki, it cuts to like, you know, moments later, and it's an overhead shot of Bear. And I read that as the shot of him and his performance there. He knows that he did something wrong. I thought that there is a moment there, and I think that this is part of what makes what you were just saying of like, this is the moment where it's the, like, full turning point. He's the bad guy, is like, it's that it doesn't matter to me element of like, he knows that wasn't right and he doesn't care.
Yeah,
It's not enough to make him stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he knows it's the One Wish Willow yet, because
No.
when she first comes out, like in that very first scene after he does it, he does glance back at it.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
like, did that just fucking
Yeah,
work?
like, no way.
But then they stumble upon the Molly theory.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, she was on Molly that night. That explains her behavior that night. But she's saying she actually really likes me, so this is a real thing now. I think at this point, after the dinner scene, it's clearly something's weird and wrong with her.
Something is, like, wrong with her.
But I don't think he probably suspects on some level, like maybe it was that thing.
Yeah.
But I think is it not until he calls customer service that's like, yes,
think so.
guaranteed
Yes,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
why she's acting this way.
I think so. But I just feel like at this point, even, like, clearly, like, all of them have to know something's wrong with her.
I mean, even Ian says later in their car ride, he's like, dude, it looks like she's going through some mental stuff. And it looks like you're taking advantage of her. That's what everyone else is thinking and saying. And so there's at least that ongoing theory from everyone else that if Bear can't, see that or willfully ignoring it as he is wont to do. But yes, after their sex scene is one of the great scary scenes of the movie. I think a turning point for a lot of people into like, oh, this is what I signed up for. This is what I was expecting. Because he wakes up, she's not next to him, she's in the corner. It's like Hereditary. You hear the audience slowly around
she's there.
Clock her.
Yeah, like different people in different sections of the theater just being like, oh. And what was great, I love that we had one girl in our audience who had the reaction to all the scary stuff, just like, ew.
Yeah, the ew was really great.
Which is also how Nikki talks. Pre-wish thing is so funny.
But she's in the corner. She's like, I like watching you sleep. You're so cute when you sleep.
Yeah. She also says, I don't like my dreams.
Yeah, then she starts sobbing and her face is so scary here. It's like almost contorted, and I don't know how she's doing this with her face. Apparently there was like no CGI or anything used on her. This is just all her, and she's sobbing and saying that she doesn't like her dreams.
And that she doesn't think he loves her as much as she loves him.
Yeah.
Which is,
Which
again,
is
what
true.
we've discussed. Yep.
Because even if he loved her so much, he can't physically, she loves him a magical amount. Like, it's just not possible. So she just is in a hell forever because he can't ever match her love for him.
Her movement is so creepy when she gets those flowers
Yeah.
and holds them in front of her face and is creeping around.
Yeah, her weird little like stop motion movements.
Yeah. And then when he finally gets her in bed, just come back to bed and quit watching me sleep and being weird, she's laying next to him and he goes to move and she screams out.
She goes, stay!
This is the thing that Chelsea did to me after we first saw this movie that I immediately said no and shut that shit down. I said, no.
Correct.
We do not do freaky Nickies in this house, okay? I can tolerate a lot. I will not have you behaving in such a manner and scaring the ever-living shit out of me when I am supposed to be peaceful at home in my bed.
Like, we were genuinely falling asleep and then he moved and I just yelled. And he was like actually very upset.
Yeah.
You should just be glad I wasn't standing in the corner.
Oh my God.
Waiting for you to wake up.
That's how you get something thrown at you.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh boy. So yeah, next day she wakes up saying like she had a bad dream and this is the first time he's like, okay, no more weird stuff. All right.
Be normal, be hot,
normal,
be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she packed him lunch for work.
Well, she's also like, oh, you don't want me sad. How's this?
Yeah. No.
Giant grin
that
she just has like cemented to her face.
Like, no, that's, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, she also cut his hair while he was sleeping.
Yeah, she took a lock of his hair.
Just all sorts of stuff.
And then she also duct taped the front door shut.
Great reveal there. Because you see his eyes widen. You see him see it first. And then it cuts to what he's looking at. And it's the front door being completely duct taped. And he just walks up, tries to... I love the struggle of him opening it. Her being like, well, if you're having a hard time, maybe you shouldn't just go. He's like, no, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I just have to wonder how they found the right amount to duct tape it to resist the appropriate amount of time for that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, you can like prime duct tape by you
Scoring
peel it
it.
and you like literally like I feel like jeans work the best for this. You literally just stick the duct tape on your jeans over and over a few
stickiness
times.
off.
Yeah, and then I bet they experimented with doing stuff like that to get just the right amount of stickiness.
And then he can probably feel as it's, yeah, so just adjusting his force.
I don't know, something like that.
It's great.
I love doing all of that in one take.
Yeah.
Too. Like it just plays so much better with that line off screen from Nikki and like watching him struggle, like and feeling the time like is such a great editing choice to have that all be one unbroken shot instead of cutting around it.
And after he leaves, she just stands there waiting for him, smiling, and
It's very audition.
yeah.
I think of her waiting by the phone.
Only she doesn't pee in audition, does she?
No.
Nikki stands there and pees.
Yep.
And that's only the beginning.
This episode is sponsored by Rocket Money. The internet is great for many things, like deep diving on my theme park animatronic fixation, but it can also be dangerous for the wallet. It used to be that we had to go to a store to spend our money. Now we can blow hundreds of dollars on a whim from the comfort of our own bed. These purchases aren't wrong, but like much of life, the key is moderation. That's where Rocket Money comes in. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. The app consolidates your checking, savings, loans, and investments into one dashboard where you can set budgets, track goals, and see real-time alerts for large transactions, bills, and low balances, allowing you to stay aware of how much you're spending and take back control of your finances. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/deadmeat. That's rocketmoney.com/deadmeat. rocketmoney.com/deadmeat.
Yeah, now we're away from Nikki for a little bit because Bear's at work. He's got the lunch she packed for him. In the lunchbox is the pictures.
There's some Polaroids, yeah.
Yeah, and one of them is like a security cam footage of him in the store or something. It's like this overhead, like creepy shot.
Yeah.
And it says you. She's
With
written
a heart.
you. And then the next Polaroid is one she took while he was sleeping, and it's her, and it's a freaky picture with the flash and him sleeping. But then even creepier is that it says "not me" written on that Polaroid. And we've talked a lot about
Yeah,
this.
we've been trying to kind of decode what these pictures are supposed to mean, and we've kind of come to the conclusion that like it's Wish Nikki taking these because like he's asleep next to her, so it has to be Wish Nikki. But I kind of like the idea of as soon as she's like, because you're saying their theory is like, or not your theory, but like Indy and Curry kind of coming up with the idea that like as the movie progresses, she's able to kind of fight and get some control over, her own body. And I love the idea of maybe her coming through in that moment and being able to force like not me onto this picture.
It's that, or it's Wish Nikki fucking with him, and the same kind of thing of when she's like, you wished for this is all your fault. Just being like, this isn't me, this isn't Nikki. I don't know. Could be either way. But I find it fucking creepy.
It is very
regardless.
creepy.
Yeah.
And then Sarah finds him eating lunch. Poor Sarah gets rejected by another college. She's down to just one, Luther. She just wants to go to tattoo school, man. Even her dad's just like, all right, well, get back to work.
Yep.
Thanks, Andy. He starts eating his sandwich, and
Yeah.
Sarah notes
It's after they have a little moment. She's like leaning on him.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot
And
of.
he leans back. He obviously, I think now that he's had Nikki and been in a relationship with her, now he's maybe like, oh, but maybe I like Sarah more because Nikki's weird and a human being, and but Sarah seems idle, like she hasn't had the sheen rubbed off yet.
Yes, yeah.
Well, something I'd be curious to look at on a second viewing is, does he know things about Sarah? Because I feel like he's like, oh, this is your like last one, right? Like he knows things about Sarah that he doesn't know about Nikki. With
like
oh,
they're-
she's not even close with her dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
they're actually friends.
Yeah, they're actually friends.
Yeah.
Or
Well, it's like how she notices why we'd toast to Sandy. And
Yeah.
They do seem to have an actual more legitimate relationship. And I mean, everyone knows in this friend group that Sarah likes him.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah,
Nikki asks about it. Like, she kept talking about you all day. How do you feel about her? And Ian, implies as much. So like Bear obviously knows. I don't think Sarah's trying to hide it, but
There's also the note that says, for my little food critic.
yeah.
I can just show you, Graessle, I have a little pin. Oh, wait, did I tell you of the pin of the Post-it note?
yeah.
Yeah, I need to put that on my pin board. I keep forgetting.
God.
They were giving them out at South by Southwest after the movie, and it's super cute. But on the back of the Post-it note, Sarah grabs it and is like, "What's the verdict on cat?"
Yeah.
And then he realizes that he's eating a cat
So
sandwich.
this is not something you would do for someone you love.
No.
Cook their dead pet into a sandwich.
No.
So what's up with this?
I mean, I think it's just this being that is Wishnicki not understanding.
Our human ways.
Yeah, like I think it's just, but he loves the cat. I don't understand. Like okay, so the memorial's bad, but I can tell he still really misses the cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a misinterpretation of like a favorite food. It's like you love the cat,
Yeah,
you know, so don't you?
Yeah.
And you love sandwich,
Yeah.
so now cat sandwich.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
like you love your cat, you miss your cat, you want to be food critic. Put those things together. I think it's also
It might just be the jumbling of
yeah,
information. and-
kind of like
Yeah.
you had memorial for grandma, you miss your
Yeah.
cat. Combine those things. Why don't you like it?
Yeah.
I think it's a similar thing here.
Because this does feel like the one thing where it's like less what she would do being obsessed with him and more like, wouldn't it be creepy and gross if this happened? But given that she often, Wishnicki, takes information and everything around her and kind of jumbles it into a weird thing, I guess that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also think it's a fun little detail. This is just me bringing my foodiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you're someone who genuinely wants to be a food critic, you'd be able to tell immediately that that's not lunch meat.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, so it's like, it's
I
just
mean, even Sarah's like, your lunch smells weird.
yeah,
weird.
yeah. And like Erica and I were talking about this where it's like, oh, he must be one of those people who actually doesn't really care about food. And it's like, oh, food is food is food is food. And like they, you know, like, oh, well, the butter makes the bread better or whatever. And he's just like basically being like, I love lamp with, oh, I want to be a food critic because he's never thought about that.
Because it gets me free food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, you know what, fair. I would also love to be a food critic because of free food. I think everyone, you know, I want to work at the ice cream factory and taste the ice cream. Like,
Right.
yeah, no shit.
Or be the video game tester.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yes, we all want to test the mattresses. Like, that's a great job. But that's the other thing. I remember when I saw it the first time, I was like, wait, so how long has the cat been?
Mm-hmm.
That was my one thing where I was like, it would be so, ugh. But I don't know. That's why. Did she shove it in the freezer? I don't.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
This is when Bear gives Ian a ride home from work, who definitely intentionally got a ride there so that he could get a ride back with him. Oh, yeah, check engine light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Messy.
And this is when he tells
Real
him
Housewife Ian.
tells him what everyone thinks about it and kind of tests him with like, oh, fine, you can come over tonight to this party, by the way, that I didn't invite you to, that you found out through Sarah.
This is so real.
I
This
know.
whole conversation is so real.
It's so,
Yeah,
yes.
it's so real. And it's
like,
like
boys' night is so weighted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and it's not even a real boys
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Sarah and
There are other girls
chicks
there.
There's other
too.
girls
Yeah.
there,
So
yeah.
it's just like, but don't bring Nikki.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my God.
If it's a healthy relationship, you can step away from her for one night.
So he gets home and
He's like rehearsing, telling her like, you can't
Nikki,
cook
you
the
can't
cat.
Yeah.
cook the cat.
After rehearsing, telling her you can't cook the cat, before he goes inside, he hears the little jingle.
Yeah, because I think it's like in his bag or something. Something,
Yeah,
something
jostles.
Jostles it,
the
yeah.
box.
And
And,
so
I
he
think
takes
maybe
it out.
that moment combined with the cat, he's like, okay. Because he looks at the box. And I think it's funny, a little detail I like is that the company, the parent company of One Wish Willow is like Tabby Cat.
It
It's
is.
spelled Tabi.
B-I-E, yeah.
So he calls customer service and customer service picks up and
They pick up with, hello?
hello.
And it's so funny, but it's because this has happened to me so many times where I will call a business and they will answer with hello. You're a business. Say your business name when I call your number.
It
Yeah.
drives me nuts.
Yes.
Fucking, because then I have to be like,
Is
this,
yeah.
pool cleaners are like whatever the fuck. Fucking say, I'm not calling to chat.
Yeah.
But what's so funny is, like, and again, it's Curry on the other line, or it's Curry on the other end. And he's just like, hello? Hey, what's up?
Yeah. So he asks if this is what I love, is he doesn't even ask if he can cancel a wish
No.
at first. He asks if he can alter it.
Yeah. He just wants to tweak it.
He just wants to tweak it a little bit.
Make her less weird.
Yeah.
Still not give her autonomy.
No.
Yeah. Oh, no. We don't really do that. And then Curry says, well, are you saying you want to file a cancellation request? Yes, I want to do that. Oh, we don't really do that. It's such a funny sequence. But then, he's upset about like, how can you sell this to people? Then he asks like, is this even real? Like, is her love for me even real? And that's when customer service says, what is the exact
So just because you chose it.
Just because you chose it doesn't make it less real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you have a moral obligation to be there for her. He says that it'll last as long as Bear lives.
Yep.
So there's our endpoint.
Yep.
There's our solution to this whole thing is if Bear or presumably her, die, that's the only way out that we're given. And then he says, do you want to talk to her? And that's when we hear her screaming.
Yeah.
And it freaks out Bear so much he just hangs up.
Dude, it creeps me out too as she's screaming, just the extra line of like him still going, like, do you want to speak to her? Like,
Yeah.
just him still asking as she's screaming, and that's so fucking creepy. This movie could have gone in such a different direction if we went in the Smile 2. What's the other? Why can't I remember what the original movie is where they're like, we can technically make ourselves die by stopping our hearts.
Fear Street and Countdown and
Frighteners?
Smile 2, and it's a common loophole
Yeah,
in
yeah,
horror
yeah.
movies. Yeah, where it's like, oh, they have to die.
We can technically
Well, we
die.
can technically die, but then be brought
We can
back.
slow down our heart rate.
Yeah, that's for Obsession 2.
Yeah.
Where they find out that if they bring new life into the world, it'll cancel out.
Oh, sure. Okay, so yeah, then he gets home and he tells her after she gets in the shower because she's very gross. He's like, so I got invited to a boys' night.
Boom!
Yeah. The water shuts off and he chickens out and just brings her.
Yeah, cut to Ian being like, I knew you were gonna fucking bring her.
Yes.
She's in the background.
Yep.
This fucking party scene, so great.
Yes, this party scene is fantastic.
The turn order on the Jenga they're playing doesn't make total sense
It
to me.
doesn't make sense, and one guy plays Jenga wrong.
It's fine.
The first guy who plays, he picks a block.
Pulls it from the top?
Yeah, Carrie leaned over it, and she was like, he's playing it wrong.
He took it from the top?
Yeah.
Yes, he picked the block off
That's
the
not
top.
how you fucking play Jenga,
That's not how you
dude.
play Jenga. I see you, guy. I don't know what your name is. Random actor in Obsession. You played Jenga wrong. Nikki pulls a block from Jenga, and we
never know what it
never
is.
find out what it says.
I'm assuming it's read something from your phone. Read
Yeah.
something from your notes
From
app.
your notes app, or like the last text you sent.
Yeah, and it's like, do that or drink, because when she's done, she's like, I don't have to
I don't
drink.
have to drink. And it's this, what I'm assuming is something she's written for her book, because
No, she says that.
oh, she did.
Yeah.
She does say it. Okay, so it's something she's written for her book, and it's this fucking Hansel and Gretel erotica, and her performance of this is so great. I love her little witch voice.
She said she, in the audition, just on a whim, decided to do the accent and the little baby
the
voice.
little witch voice.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's so great. I'm your sister.
Yes, this is an Evil Dead thing.
This is very Deadite,
Yes.
weird. Yes.
I will flay your skin, roll it up, and stick it inside me. Like,
Yeah.
that's some fucking Evil Dead shit.
Yeah, it's Evil Dead. It also could be like
Exorcist
Yes, I was gonna say.
demon.
Yeah, literally something Reagan from The Exorcist would say. It's
Yeah.
great. It's disgusting, and I'm so mad other people have beaten me to the punch on this on Reddit because it was something I observed
Right away, yep. Or the second time.
The second time we saw it, where it's Hansel and Gretel erotica and their siblings, and this is what I think lends credence to the idea that maybe Nikki does indeed view Bear as a little brother, and does in fact only have like brotherly feelings for him. Like it is just like a brother-sister relationship to her. And now it's been twisted into this incestual feeling thing for her. We're like,
For Wish Nikki, yeah.
for subconsciously, Wish Nikki can feel that ick, and it is manifesting itself into this Hansel and Gretel erotica, and it's so twisted.
I like that reading a lot.
Yeah. That's why there's, even with her getting out like the tiger's eye stone, like Wish Nikki still retains personality traces of real Nikki. So I do think this definitely is some kind of proof that the brother sister comment is true in some respects, whether it's something she meant earnestly or something she was saying to kind of play off,
She knows Sarah likes him, so maybe it was just like, no, I'm not into him.
No, I'm
I think of
totally,
him as a
she
brother.
doesn't want to when you know your friend likes someone and you also like them, but you don't want to be that friend, so you play down your feelings.
Unlike Ian, yeah. She also says during this recital that a love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure. So this is, I feel like maybe this is the first time that Wish Nikki is letting on like
she's very aware.
She's aware of why she is obsessed with him. It's because of the One Wish Willow.
Right.
Bear had to swap seats with someone, so now he's sitting next to Sarah and he draws the block and it says, "Kiss the person to your left." Big audience reaction moment there.
Oh.
Yeah. And then just like the fear of everyone thinks Sarah's going to die right here.
Yes.
So many people I've talked to were like, I was sure she was going to get murdered at this party. But instead, Nikki just goes up, drags her chair.
Yeah, well, first
back.
she stands up and does her little.
Oh, that's a pretty good. Yeah. Nice. You were okay.
Yeah.
The big frown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her little sad face.
Uh-huh.
Her emoticon eyebrow sad face. And then she gets up, drags the chair, and then leans over and puckers up like a little cartoon.
Bear gives her a little kiss.
And then she stands up and is like, "And everybody here will die without knowing how it feels to love someone as much as I love Bear."
And she's like,
I'm kidding.
I'm joking. Whatever, I'm not joking. Deal with it. But then she has another moment where real Nikki comes to the surface and it's like, it's not me.
Yes,
it's fucking
screams,
terrifying.
"It's not me."
I think that's maybe the scariest one for me because she literally is screaming, "It's not me." And then I think it's still real Nikki breaks the bottle.
It's definitely real Nikki where
And
she's trying to
kill
herself.
Yeah, because later she asks Bear to kill her,
Yeah.
and she starts fucking stabbing her face with the broken bottle.
And then Wish Nikki regains control and is like, "Oh, wasn't that silly? Me just being weird."
And Bear's just sitting there like, oh fuck.
fuck.
And you hear Ian yelling at him like, do something, dude.
Yeah, they bring her to the hospital. I love that quick shot of her just like dancing in the parking
So
lot.
fun. Yeah, what do you think?
She's like the fucking Joker,
do you
dude.
think the person at the hospital is like, she has to want to come in, or like, I can't drag her in there for you? Because like they don't go into the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Bear takes her there, and it seems like the person working there is like they're having a disagreement, an argument.
Oh.
So I feel like it's maybe a thing where he's like, you got to take her, and they're like, we can't unless she comes in.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I just didn't
and then
even think
Nikki's
about
just
it.
like dancing around like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh, I
Something
just
like that.
didn't even think about it.
It's more choice stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, like take this problem off my hands,
Yeah.
please.
Right. Like somebody else make the choice.
But yeah, so they go back home, and this is that scene.
This is my favorite scene in the whole movie. This is when he's like, look, just all this weird stuff. Everything was normal, and he goes, you were normal, and can you say you like me? Do you like me? Does Nikki like me? Is Nikki happy? Because I think he's starting to feel guilty.
Yeah.
And he wants Wish Nikki to be happy. Like he wants to have his cake and eat it too.
Well, he even says, when she says, I'll be anything you want me to be, he says, I just want you to act like Nikki.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, I just want you to be Nikki. It's like,
I just want you to act like Nikki.
just act like her, but like be really into me.
Yeah.
You know?
And then she says, I can be Nikki. I love you. I'm sorry. And that's when he, as she's at the peak of kind of her breakdown, he looks at her and he's like, it's not real. Like, But it is. That's the most heartbreaking part is it is. Like it very much is for this version of Nikki, and it kills me and it breaks my heart every time. I think this scene is so sad. Like I get that her kind of freak out, like she's supposed to be scary and she's supposed to be really creepy, but like it's heartbreaking. Like this character's so tragic to me. Like not only because of real Nikki, but because of like what this version of hers being put through, and even him thinking it's not real, but it's just it fucks with me.
And then you mentioned her saying sorry too, and like in those along that same vein, every time she says it a lot. Wish Nikki says it a lot throughout the movie of I'm sorry or apologizes in some other way, and every single time she does, it's like an emotional punch of just like it because you know what that means. Like you know that what that behavior is emblematic of, like what the repetition of that is trying to say, and like the type of person that's, you know, hearkening to. And it's just every single apology and every I'm sorry, and like her read of I'm sorry with that meek little voice is just so heartbreaking. Everything, every single time.
Every time she does like the quiet, sad line delivery. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's terrifying.
Yeah. And also just, I think women especially, we tend to over apologize for stuff. And there can often be an extra pressure to feel like the perfect everything in a relationship. And there's this, like, we're kind of socialized to be extra apologetic and sorry for things. And we say sorry for things we don't even need to be sorry for. It's like an instinct. And that's kind of what that feels like to me too. And that's also very real.
Well, it's like a safety thing too.
Yes.
It's like you're not actually apologizing. You're just trying to move past this to the next step of whatever it is. You're trying to get past the argument, or you're trying to get past like maybe the danger of your partner reacting negatively or whatever it is. And that, like, for Wish Nikki, I feel like that's so much of it, of what it is it's just like, no, I love you. Let's get back to that. And not this, like, don't be mad at me thing. That's just, it's just so layered and creepy.
Yeah. And then what triggers the fucking terrifying
like slow motion backwards walking?
Is it she says that she loves is it him saying I love you too?
I don't know, but it's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. And then she does like the little charge at him, and scare after scare here in this scene.
It's very there's a scene in the movie Pulse. I've seen other people point this out, but it's a very similar effect, this uncanny like run. I have to believe there's some kind of inspiration taken from that.
Yeah, it might be when he's saying that like maybe they should take a night off from each other, because then she comes back and she says that like if they do, she'll get in bed and then grow colder and cold, and she's basically describing death.
Yeah,
being without
she's
him,
threatening to kill herself because she's got the knife.
Yeah,
but yeah, she's like saying she'll kill herself, or that like being without him is akin to death. Because like darkness isn't a color; it's just nothing.
Or you could stay.
So he does,
Yep.
of course. But he's texting with Sarah. Dude, put your phone on silent.
Dude.
God.
Especially because when he picks it up, you can see from the time code he had just texted her. Like, this isn't the first text that she sent him. He had just texted her and said something like, I'll tell you later. Put that fucking phone on silent, dude.
He's pushing it, man.
Put that phone on silent. You take that brightness, you put it all the way down. All the way down.
He wants to be caught.
Yeah.
Because getting caught then takes the decision away from him.
Sure.
You know? It's just another instance of he wants this to be over, but he can't choose to end it.
Yeah. He refuses to believe the only way out is if he dies.
Right.
Like, there's gotta be another way.
And like, to be fair, when you are told the
Yes,
only way out of this is to kill yourself, that is a tough pill to swallow, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's an easy choice and that, like, he should go and do that to save her. That's obviously fucking terrifying, and why he is in this dilemma for so much of the movie, because the solution is literally killing yourself, and that is terrifying.
No,
Yes.
you go and you live in the woods. That's the solution.
Yeah.
And I also I think at the top I mentioned briefly, and again, I don't think it's the primary read of this movie. I think everything we've been saying is the way to read it. But I can imagine if you are someone who has had a partner who behaves like Nikki and is not under the spell of a One-Wish Willow, this could be an upsetting movie just because she on the surface behaves in a very emotionally manipulative way. Obviously we see that's out of her control. She was wished to be this way from Bear, but on the surface that is a very upsetting type of partner to have, who's very cloyingly sweet but then super jealous, super angry, and so just say, because I see a lot of people being oh, I don't see, Bear as a bad guy because he's going through this. And yes, he is. He brought it on himself unknowingly, maybe, but just want to point that out.
Yeah. Sarah texts him and says she's coming over because she's got to tell him some stuff. And that's when he gets out of bed to go meet Sarah, who's going to park outside. And he hears Nikki whisper to him. And he instantly gets defensive, no, I'm just going to the bathroom. And she says, kill me.
Yeah.
And she says, she's asleep. Kill me. So we realize it's real Nikki. And Bear, you can see his demeanor change. It's crazy how his face, it's his face just, I don't know. It's his face just kind of drops. It really freaks me out, where you can instantly see him go on the defensive, or you can see his pride get so wounded.
Yes.
And he says, well, what would be so bad? What's so bad about being with me? Being confronted with the fact that real Nikki, the Nikki that he knows and is actually in love with, would rather kill herself than be with him in some capacity. But then she says, I've never been with you, Bear.
Yeah. But also I think that framing is incorrect, and it's Bear's framing, because he is thinking about it from his point of view. He's what? You would rather kill yourself than be with me? No, dude, she would rather kill herself than be a prisoner in this It doesn't matter what Wish Nikki's doing.
Right, that's what I mean.
No, I know. But just he frames it as what's so bad about being with me?
Yeah,
and
because
it's not even about that.
No, I know, because he's so he
it's about him.
Yeah, everything's about him.
Yeah.
And so that's how he interprets it. He has no consideration for the literal hell that she's in, that he heard on the phone already.
Yeah.
And he just is he's just too proud. And
yeah, he's I'm a nice guy. Come on.
Yeah. What would be so bad? This scene gave me chills the first time.
Yeah.
We saw it. This is the scene where I already really loved this movie, and then this scene happened and I was fuck, this is this is when I was this is the real deal. I really, really like this, because this scene, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Just him being what would be so bad.
Yeah.
And just him
line.
leaving.
As she begs and is don't wake her up, but please kill me, please, don't leave. Yeah.
And her saying, you've never been with me, Bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucked me up. Yeah.
The cowardice of that scene. That's such an intense, evil, villainous moment.
Yes.
That is up there. I just think about those moments where you're screaming at a character of just how can you do that?
Yeah.
And it's this scene and then the next scene are my two favorite scenes of the movie, but in very different ways.
Yes.
Yeah. And again, especially after this scene, if you're coming away from this movie thinking Bear is not the villain, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I I can't help you then.
He didn't intentionally put himself in this situation,
No.
but it's that is when your true character is revealed,
Yeah.
is when you're dealing with a situation
Yeah.
that you didn't intentionally put yourself in.
At this point in the movie, he has had it proven that he knows that it's real. The magic's real. So this scene in the car, this is an interesting conversation, because they start by talking about
Bear and Sarah.
Yes, Bear and Sarah, sorry. They start by talking about, just how the weirdness of Nikki being with him and how up till that point, it Nikki hasn't been into him and Sarah just thinks it's weird. And Sarah says she thinks Nikki's taking advantage of him. Mm-hmm. And I think combined with I feel like we've gotten a picture painted of everyone in this friend group thinking something's very wrong with Nikki. Like she's having a psychotic break. Something is fucked up. I think this is revealing of Sarah's character to be I just think she's taking advantage of you, and that's fucked up of her. That to me is a weird, bad friend thing to do, instead of being yeah, I think something's wrong with my friend, and I'm concerned. Instead of she's thinking a lot more selfishly. Her first concern is, well, she's going after the guy that I like. Her primary concern isn't something's wrong with my friend. It's she's dating the guy I like, and I'm gonna disguise my jealousy under the veneer of, well, I just think she's taking advantage of you, and isn't that terrible? And that's why you shouldn't be with her, because she's just doing this to make herself feel better.
I think that tracks though with what we know of this friend group a little bit, and if Ian and Nikki have been hooking up, then I think it's reasonable for Sarah to be oh, she knows that Bear has this crush and is using Bear to fuck with Ian, but it is, I agree with you completely that it is a selfish point of view. Mm-hmm. But it also, I think, does track with these kind of incestuous friend groups and everything of just everybody's kind of dating each other and fucking with each other this way. But it is a very, it's very sympathetic to Bear, which at this point in the movie is weird.
Yes.
Knowing what we know as the audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she goes on to say I don't know, I just think you need someone more chill. And it's very much I just get very I'm not like the other girls
Sure.
kind of
Yeah.
shades to her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wonder if maybe she went from being concerned about Nikki and something going wrong to it's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
She had that whole thing at the party scene. Enough's enough. I get that you're going through shit, but Bear is suffering because of it type thing,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess. But then the way that I guess the reason that she's concerned about all of this is because she just wants to use it to get Bear to date herself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
To me, she feels like a female mirror of Bear.
Oh, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I get from her, at least. But maybe I'm totally wrong.
No, it's a good read.
Yeah.
Good read. This whole time, we know what's going to happen.
Oh,
The way
Not
it's framed.
explicitly.
What's funny is I was reading the Reddit review thread of this, and it was so funny how many people were caught totally off guard by this. I think there's such a divide between people who watch a ton of horror movies and people who don't really watch a ton of horror. If you watch a lot of horror movies, you're yeah, she's gonna come smash through that window.
Yeah, it's we're shooting her through the windows behind her. Something's smashing through that window.
Yeah.
See, this is where I thought the gun was going to come up.
Okay.
I was she is going to get lit the fuck up while sitting here in this car.
Someone else, Anna Laurie, who we
Yeah.
saw this with, said the same thing.
Yeah.
She thought that she was going to get shot through the windshield at that moment.
Right. And I thought it was going to be more of a Bear has to hold her as she bleeds out kind of thing than what happens, which is way worse.
Yes. So as they're about to open up Sarah's last college acceptance letter,
so sad.
this is her, it's her last chance. It's her Luther
The
letter.
school she wants.
As they're about to open it, here comes Nikki. She crashes through the driver's side window with a fucking brick and grabs Sarah and smashes her head into this brick while she's holding the brick up against the steering wheel. And the little beeps as she's hitting that wheel are so funny. It's so fucked up and so funny and just so, oh my God, it's so gross. Love it. This is the infamous scene where it had to be edited from its premiere version at TIFF, where I guess the head smash was like 15 smashes long. It went on forever.
Yeah.
And the MPA was like, no, we can't do that.
Had to trim some of the head smashes out to get an R rating. And also, Milk and Cereal callback, the beating brick.
Yep.
Yeah. And Milk and Cereal, he's like, this is my beating brick.
Yes.
Nikki's got one of her own.
Remember at South by, I mentioned
that to
and
Curry.
he was like, you're the first person who pointed that
He did
out.
say that. He was like, I guess it's my director's trademark
I
now.
was very proud of myself. That's
Be
going on the IMDb.
A beating brick in all of his movies.
Yes. Someone gets beaten to death with a brick. Yeah, we see her smashed up head.
Oh, yeah. Great effects.
Beautifully made by Ali Shehorn, the
Yes.
effects artist who did our hair and makeup for a shoot. That was like a couple weeks ago. We were like mid getting our hair and makeup done. And we found out she worked on this. And,
Yeah.
just a cool coincidence. Apparently, she told us that Curry still has the head, with just hanging out somewhere.
It looks real fucking
It's
gross.
around.
There's an eye, like,
The
hanging
eye.
out. Yeah.
It's so gross.
And then, so yeah, this is when Wish Nikki is like, again, one of the creepiest moments because Bear's like freaking out and she's like, no, hey, it's okay. You wished for
wanted
this.
this. You
This
wanted
is your
this."
fault.
Yeah.
Sarah's your fault.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm so glad you did. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. This is when she's getting like so close to Deadite territory, where it's
mocking
like this.
and
Yeah,
teasing,
she's
yes.
taunting him.
Uh-huh.
Because you can feel
The disdain.
Yes, you can feel the farther this goes on. Yeah, the complete disdain. It's like,
Because it's almost like he's letting her down.
Yes.
It's almost like she has this undying love for him and he's not giving anything back. And she's like, why am I stuck being so obsessed
yeah,
with
why
you?
do I exist?
Yeah. Like,
I'm
at
doing
least give me
all
something.
this fucking work.
Uh-huh. And that's kind of what it feels just like.
I mean, she
God.
even says later when it's at the very ending where they're kind of like cuddling on the couch, and she's like, "Yeah, you owe this to me. You know, I kind of deserve that." I forget what wording she says, but yeah, because she's like, she deserves something back.
It's like, at least be like a fucking exciting guy and not this spineless fuck if I have to be obsessed with you.
Well, that's why I think that Wish Nikki makes her wish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll get to that. One of the best endings.
It's so
period
great.
for a horror movie.
So Nikki takes care of the body while
Doesn't she say you have to help me get rid of the body?
Yeah, it's
That's
like-
so fucked up.
Yeah, we hear her get that gun in the back. You might
Yep.
have missed it. He opens Sarah's letter. She got accepted.
God.
I heard an audible reaction at this, like in the theater, just like, oh,
It
no.
hurts thinking about it now. It's
Yeah.
just so tragic. The bloody letter. Like,
Yeah.
And he just screams. He's fucking had it.
he storms back into the New Age store and
Can't find the
can't
one wish
find the
willows.
One Wish Willows and is freaking out. Confronts the guy working there. Where the fuck are the One Wish Willows? What are One Wish Willows?
So
what are you
good.
talking about?
Does he have? I can't tell if it's sage or if it's the thing
It's-
in a bowl,
it's,
a sound bowl.
the sensor, whatever it's called.
No, it's oh my god, what is it called? Palo Santo.
Because yeah, he's like holding it at him. He's like, you can't come in here with that energy, man.
Yes.
It's bad energy.
Yes.
It's covered in blood.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, at number 2, I'm fucking with you.
They're
Remove
right
them by
there.
the
They
counter.
just moved them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have their own little
This
display.
guy's so
spot
good.
now.
I know. He already made his wish.
Yeah,
'cause Bear
I
has
love
to,
that detail.
Yeah.
And we don't
Yeah.
even find out what it is. It
But
was
he's
probably
apparently
something
doing
really
fine.
boring.
Yeah. I was like, you just wish you had like that Friday off. Yeah. Weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, well, because he can tell, obviously Bear's really fucked up. He's like, oh God, what did you
what'd you
wish
do?
for? And she's obsessed with me. Oh, that's not so bad, And he goes, no, like something really fucked up happened, and I don't know what to do. And then this is like one of my favorite edits in the whole movie. Is the guy's like, well, you could have someone make a wish that contradicts your wish, or well, you could commit suicide or kill yourself.
So Bear takes the former option and goes to Ian's house, hoping to convince him that 1, this is true, and 2, for him to use the One Wish Willow to cancel out his wish. And they're getting into their argument because of everything that's been going on, and obviously Ian doesn't believe him.
Yeah.
But it seems like he might almost be able to get him to do it.
Yeah.
Until he says, and then you can be with Nikki. And it's similar to how Bear reacts to real Nikki telling him to kill her. It's a pride thing. Like Ian can't let that stand of like, oh, you think this is about me? Oh, no. Like, I don't want to be with her. And that's what this is about. No, fuck you. Like it seems like he almost gets him to do it. But then that one thing just sets Ian off.
Yep. So he just very spitefully says, I wish for $1 billion.
I wish for $1 billion. Cracks it.
And $1 billion come raining from the sky.
And this is the thing where it's like, does the wish... Is it always a monkey's paw situation? Because most people assume that he would be crushed to death by the $1 billion. But later he shows up and he's like, dude, I got $1 billion. It works. So like,
I'm just imagining he spent all that time counting it. And that's why he ran over that much later and was like, dude, I got $1 billion.
I know, because that line doesn't make a lot of sense because Bear was there. He saw the money raining.
What it was. I think that's what it is, though, is like, yes, obviously he was there, but I think it's just he counts it and is like, oh my God, it's $1 billion. And runs over. It's like, dude, I got $1 billion.
I don't know what those... They'd have to be $100 bills.
I think it's like rolls of 100. Yeah, hundreds.
Yeah, but there's no way you're counting a billion.
No.
Guys, it's such a big number.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
comprehend
got to be
it.
rolls of very large bills.
And they got rid of all the big bill. 100 is the biggest bill we got. We used to have Salmon Pete Chase on a $10,000 bill.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was $10K.
Would that still be legal tender though?
I don't know.
Because
They've been out of circulation
couldn't the
for
Mitch,
so long.
but couldn't the Magic give you some of those
Oh.
so that you aren't crushed by them?
Dude, that'd be the tragedy of it is...
And then no one
and
wants
then
to
no one
accept
accepts it
it.
because they're
Accept
like,
it.
we don't even print these anymore and these are counterfeit.
Yeah.
They have to be legal tender if they were printed.
Dude, fucking nailed it. Salmon Pete Chase was on the $10,000
Wow.
bill. Hell yeah. It was he was Lincoln's Treasury Secretary.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, they still have to be legal tender if they were...
But I mean, wouldn't
Minted.
it look like Civil War money?
Yeah.
Or I guess it wouldn't be.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, no, it was first issued in 1918. It was the highest denomination of U.S. currency ever circulated publicly, primarily used for large-scale transactions between Federal Reserve banks. They were discontinued in 1969. Wow, they lasted 50 years.
There you go.
They remain legal tender.
There you
Yeah.
Because so few are in private hands, they sell at auction for tens of thousands of dollars, far exceeding their face value.
Wow. I was going to say, you can't just, like, make, like, printed money not legal tender.
I guess not.
Like, you can't...
But how far back does that go, right? Because, like, before, like, think of Sinners with, like, I mean, I guess that wasn't legal.
That wasn't
printed.
legal
yeah.
tender.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
But, like, states used to have their own currencies.
Yeah, but I would think anything printed by the United States Mint.
Right.
Okay.
We're all trying to justify Ian's wish.
Yeah.
Dude, if I'm ever, like, exceedingly rich, I want to buy one of those $10,000 bills.
Oh my God. That's such a... Like, to me, I'm just like, that's so stupid.
But you can see where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, but you're paying...
Like,
what, like $50,000
Very
for
explicitly
$10,000?
more than what it is worth.
But then it is a breaking case of emergency, $10,000 right there.
But you could just put the $50,000 that you would have paid for that aside.
yeah,
But then I wouldn't have a Salmon P. Chase $10,000 bill.
Oh my
true.
God. That'll be a difficult one to talk me into because I think that's insane.
Hon, I'm talking if we like fucking strike payload, man. If we are inundated with millions of dollars.
Right. I just think it's the fact of like you can see literally how much that the original thing is worth, and that's
You're
what
paying
I'm like. Man,
factors of
come
it,
on.
yeah.
Okay, so
He goes back home.
yes, he goes back home.
Sarah's corpse is splayed out naked.
And her head's smashed in. Nikki's made a shrine for Bear, and she's taken Sarah's clothes and is wearing them. She's drawn
on Sarah's
tattoos, and she is huffing on this cigarette because Sarah smokes, and she's like, "Am I beautiful now? Do you like me now?"
I saw you in that car with Sarah. Is that what you like? Am I like Sarah
what
now?
you like?
Oh my God,
Yes.
dude. I mean, yeah, it's boom, boom, banging because Ian comes over, walks in, gets shot in the fucking head
Blam,
by
yeah.
her. Bam. Yeah.
Yeah, this ending is crazy.
She bashes her face a bunch of times with a brick.
Oh my God, yeah. So Bear locks himself in his bathroom. He, after getting the gun from her, and he thinks about shooting himself. He can't bring himself to do it. he goes into the cabinet and gets the oxy.
And this all is such good acting from him. You see every change of decision on his face as he's making it. And yeah, he gets the drugs out of the cabinet.
Yeah. And he decides he's going to OD on oxy, and he swallows a bunch of them and
There's like triumphant music
sits
playing.
there for a little bit, but then he changes his mind last minute. He can't commit, and he starts to try to make himself puke. And right as that happens, we hear the little jingle of the One Wish Willow and a snap, and
he immediately stops
trying to make himself throw up because presumably she wished for
him to love her more than anyone else in the world, and so he just wants to be with her.
Yep.
So instead of getting that poison
his
out
priority
of him,
is not making himself throw up. His priority is walking out there and being with Nikki.
and the shots back and forth of them doing coy little smiles, very rom-com. It's so funny within the context of what is happening. And they embrace each other, and it's the same music that was playing during the rom-com montage earlier. It's like a very it's great. It's like a fun, happy music, but there are some minor notes in it just to be like something's off. And great music, great score.
Yeah, they kiss, and then he just keels over. He's foaming at the mouth, and she's holding him while he dies. And then as soon as he dies, she wakes up, like real Nikki wakes up and looks around at her, and there's just fucking carnage everywhere, and she screams, and that is the end of the movie.
She screams over the credits as it's playing. Yeah. And I saw, a few people when they're discussing this movie say like, well, like in the end he did try to kill himself and it's like he did briefly, but even then he was too much of a fucking wuss and couldn't commit. And if it was up to him, he would have puked it out and lived and kept doing this.
Yeah.
But and it's such a beautiful ending, because the thing that put him in this situation in the first place is what causes him to be killed by it. It's like hoisted by your own petard.
Yes.
Like the fact that she got a One Wish Willow and wished for him to love her is what prevents him from saving himself and causes him to die. I fucking love it.
And at that point, either option is so selfish, because he only decides to kill himself. This is getting demonetized. It's so crazy.
I know, dude.
He only decides to kill himself after two of his friends are dead. And so, like, after it gets as bad as it can get, that's when he's like, okay, I'm going to kill myself. And let's say he does go through with it. Then he's just leaving her with the mess. So at that point, any option is selfish. Like, he let it get that far.
Yeah. Originally, the ending was her killing herself. Her taking the gun and shooting herself. And they changed it. And I'm really glad they did.
I'm glad they did, yeah.
Because even though, obviously, it's not a super happy ending for Nikki, she's killed those people. Like, she's probably in jail forever. But, it at least leaves the opening of maybe at least she's alive, And again, it's not a happy
horrifying
ending.
too.
It is, yeah. But like also just visually, I don't think we could bear, no pun intended, watching a whole movie where her autonomy is removed, she's a prisoner, and then she kills herself.
No.
That would suck, man.
That would be... No, it's too much.
Yeah. So I'm really glad they changed that ending.
And what you said, you could still see blood on the
Someone
ceiling?
online said that you can see blood on the ceiling from them recording that ending. By time I thought to look for it, there weren't shots of the ceiling anymore, so I didn't notice it. I don't know if that's true. I'm also like, when did they make the decision to change it? Because that's a whole gag setup for like effects, a blood splatter and everything. That's like a
whole thing.
That's a whole thing, and then you got to reset it if you don't get it. So I'd be curious if that's true, but maybe it's true.
Yeah, that's Obsession. Any more final thoughts? I feel like
I think we did a pretty good job.
Everything.
Yeah, mining the nuggets out of this.
This is like one of my favorite horror movies in years. So good. Like, what an unexpected, I don't know. It's just, I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did. It's just so solid.
Just tone goes a long way, and this just has that perfect balance of being really scary, also really funny. And I love that. I love a movie that can balance those things without, like Weapons was similar, you know? Weapons had a lot of really scary moments, and I think this is scarier than Weapons.
Yeah.
It's definitely more disturbing, but like they both balance that so well, scares and humor without one taking away from the other. And I think those are my favorite movies.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you're dealing in the space that this movie deals in, of like the extremes of human emotion and the depth of feeling, you need the other side of it. You need the levity. You need that humor to break the darkness. Otherwise, it's too much, and it'll buckle under its own weight. And it's important to feel the reality of that cosmic tragedy of life with both sides of the mask, you know. And this does it so well. I mean, like in the same scenes, you know. And it's, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, it's why like Bring Her Back I really enjoyed and thought was really good, but it's never going to be one of my favorites because like I need some levity there, and Bring Her Back is just so heavy.
Intense.
Yeah. So that's just like my personal taste, nothing on the comparative quality of the films, but yeah, I'm so glad it's out. I'm so glad people are finally seeing it, and they're seeing that we're not little liars, that the hype is real.
Yes. This is a long one. I want to know how long we just recorded.
What are we at?
2.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a long one.
That's a long one.
That's
Let's
Sinners.
end it now. I knew it would be a long one.
Yeah.
But all right, we're gonna end it. Okay. Until next time, I'm Chelsea.
And I'm James.
And that's Graessle. And this has been the Dead Meat Podcast.